Yo! Live stream today. Live freaking stream. Yo, guys, are we ready for Ashes of Creation live stream? I know I am. Yeah, so we are officially, Dippy and everybody, we are officially streaming this to YouTube. So hell yeah. My hair is all fucked. But, Dippy! Hello there. Hello there. So yes, we are mixing it up. I'm gonna just get this stuff normally just uploaded here. Watch party and post watch party. They're actually going live. Wow. They're actually, wait. Content setting. Bro. I was like, wait, what? I'm gonna have to put my dog. I'm doing good, Dippy. How are you? First time multi-streaming in a while, so if you ever gotta watch. Yo, let's fucking go. Flint, thank you so much for the lurk, sir. Thank you so much for the lurk, my guy. Hope you're doing well. You're good too? Very nice. My dog's name is Makote, and she is being very playful right now. Look at this. Being very, very playful. Makote! She's very cute. She's very cute. But once the actual live stream starts, yes. All right. I also am, again, I'm also live streaming on YouTube. So, got the bot going, but first time multi-streaming in a minute. So if you guys watch this VOD later, so hell yeah. But yes, Dippy, how are you doing? Anyways. All right, I can't wait. They need to do stuff for channel points. Dude, I can't wait for the live stream. Yo, Dippy, have you heard of this game? We're gonna do a watch party, and we're also doing an after stream breakdown here and talk about it. And that will be this stream. Man, that was some growing pains there, because it says originally, I'm like, it's all like multi-streaming with Restream.io. Did it? So sweet. Did it notify that I was actually doing the event for Dippy? What are you doing this Friday? This is the one, boys. Release date info copium. It's the game. The game of hype. This is the game of hype. I like how he said that. Ashes of Creation Node Wars livestream is okay. So that's what I have to do, is I have to pick the actual event, sweet, and it makes sense to me now. So was it? Did you get notification for this new one, Ashes of Creation Node Wars? Because I know I fucked it up, kind of. Let's see. It might have sent out another event. I don't know. Let's see. Let me go to Oh, new event in GT. Oh, yeah. It's there. Hey, yo. Huh. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a delay for the YouTube chat, that's for sure. I'm like, hey yo, look at that. You got my emotes over there because you're a member. So I'm gonna do this for special of. Do I play GTA? No, I do not, because I play mostly MMOs. So whenever there's a new launch of a game, like that I'm interested, like especially so Throne and Liberty, Blue Protocol, Ashes of Creation, or new beta. You know, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start multi-stream, boys. I popped my cherry. Yeah, Dippy. Yeah, Dippy. Yo, Barry, be gone. What's up? What up? What up? How are you doing, Barry? You enjoying the new Skull and Bones season? Yo, Barry, thank you so much for coming in. You got the new ship? Dude, I haven't touched Skull and Bones in so long because I've been busy with WoW, doing the esports for that, FF14, helping Sweet through MSQ, and I was doing events because Dawn Trail's next month, Apex, and then prepping for Ashes and shit. So I haven't touched it. I want to play it. I hope. Wait, so what do you think? You like the new ship? It's good but bad. It's good but bad. They could have done so much more. Like, I like it, but it's bad. Does that make sense? It's kind of a weird paradigm. Weird paradigm. A weird paradigm. Hello, everybody on YouTube. This is my first stream on YouTube in a long time, and I fucked up. If you're tuning in on YouTube, definitely hello again. Don't be afraid to chat. I'd like to see some people over there too. I'm gonna start doing this for, again, to repeat myself, I'm gonna do this for new events, live streams, betas, and new games releasing. The first day, at least, the very first day. Okay, no worries, Dippy. No worries. What if... Oh, you've been living on Diablo 4? Hey, yo. Been living on Diablo 4. I really think it's awesome that they created a bot that chats to the other thing, though. Restream, that they did that. So, like, if people comment on YouTube, it goes over on Twitch. So whatever gets posted on Twitch, I think that's really sick. The Restream bot, it goes over. I think that is so cool that they did that. That is very, I just made that thumbnail. That's a really cool, immersive thing that they did. Where's my dog? All right, I'll be right back, guys. Give me a second. All right, who's gonna be playing at some Ashes? My dog is out already. Thanks to my roommates. Ashes of Nerer, welcome in. Okay, so maybe we should, let's, while we're waiting, maybe let's go to the Ashes of Creation wiki. Isn't it also a part of Ubisoft Plus? So wait. Yeah, so that's what I thought. I was like, so guys, I'm working on a YouTube video as we speak right now. Guys, did you know that Ashes of Creation actually had a battle royale to kind of test things? It was kind of crazy. Do I have this zoomed in? I do. Shit. Oh, I was wrong. Ashes of Creation is an upcoming MMO. Upcoming MMO. Narc has a fucking rave going. Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait. So Barry, what are some of the changes that they've done to make it to make Skull and Bones better? The designed Ashes of Creation is a PvX game built on the foundational principle of risk versus reward. The developers may seek feedback and make changes to portions of the game, but the core design pillars of the game will never be changed. We will refine systems, we will iterate on systems, but we will never change the core identity of the intent and philosophical approach to what Ashes of Creation is as an MMO. More hype for AOC versus... Let's go. We got to get an announcement of day before Summer Game Fest so everyone is more hype for AOC versus all the other games. I like it. Once you get to manufacture. Oh, POA. What's PO8? Oh, pieces of 8. That was a stupid question just now. Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. I haven't even hardly gotten much pieces of 8 because, you know, all I do is just sail around, have fun, not even do anything relevant. You know, it's just like design pillars. Ashes creation category. NDA is lifting. Oh my god. NDA is lifting for Alpha 2. And is yo Pocket, dude, Pocket. I love the new profile picture. Nice. I'm actually, for the first time in a very long time, I'm actually multi-streaming this to YouTube as well. So pause that. I don't need that. So I'm gonna start doing that. Well, yeah, so I figured I'm like, might as well, because the reason is because this is, you know, content in itself. I mean, it's my own take and whatnot, but I'm only going to do it for special occasions. Might as well. Only special occasions. Multi-stream, because it's easy. I could just flip back and forth. So, launch of a new game, live streams like this, betas, you know, so people could see content. Maybe one of them will do well, you know, I don't know, most likely not, but how you doing, Pocket? You excited to see Node Wars? Who's all out there excited to watch Node Wars? Tea time. I might as well kind of show you guys. I should work on my script while we're doing this. Work on my YouTube script. Sweet, make sure you like the live stream. Might as well work on it. Might as well. Gotta enunciate it. I'm ready. Do you ever feel like SpongeBob when live streams happen, when live stream day? You're like, I'm ready. Who do y'all have pulled up, by the way? Jamie? Who is that? Who you? I have Crayron. I did. I had him. I was on there. Oh yeah, I remember you have Crayron. I'll be Boone. Oh y'all. Dippy with the hydrate. Stick piano. Argus. I did. Well, like, I saw it on my phone and I need to pull it up here. Yes. Oh my god. That's really cool. The fact that they have you on 2 of them, bro, you're getting like 50 codes for your community, Pocket. AOC is gonna be your game that you're gonna just pop the fuck off. 4? I didn't know 4. I've only seen. So this is the second one I've seen. What's up, Flair? How we doing, Flair? How we doing? Is it stick? Board, huh? Oh, shit. shit.
Summer's
I
here,
didn't
and
mean
with
to
a new
do
Toyota,
that.
You can start it with a splash.
Bruh.
No matter what
Of
the
course,
day
and then
holds,
Twitch has to run
Rubbermaid
an ad
Brilliance
on.
helps you shine.
Ad again.
Leak-proof
Ad again.
and stain-resistant with microwave-safe vents. It's ready for anything, just like you. Rubbermaid Brilliance.
Okay.
Clearly designed for you.
Lol.
Pop cat fizz, yeah, that's it. You do you, I do me, that's lit. I'm a snack, 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 snack.
Nothing good to watch? Oh yeah, well Flair, you have me to watch now. Hell
That's
yeah.
my flavor.
Chips ahoy.
What
Here
is
for
this
happy.
emote? I keep seeing. Oh, that's a Twitch global emote now? I've seen that emote, but I didn't know that was a Twitch global. Oh yeah. Whoa. They have a lot more global emotes that I didn't know about. I did not know that. Oh, you're looking to upgrade your car next year. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I would say indeed that's very nice. I think my sword was my first one. Oh, your sword. Okay. Okay. No, you won't get bot slapped. But I'll slap you just for the fun of it. Narc is crazy, dude. That's a big. No, you showed me this. I remember seeing this. I do remember seeing that. Oh wow. Okay. And then I love that. That's great. Oh, a 2025 Camry. Very nice, dude. Oh yeah. I'll give other Ashes creators a follow. You know what? I'll build a relation with this guy. I just have my Prime, might as well use it. Boom!
Doing a watch party, Turgo. I have to check you out. I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you so much. Thank you so much, for real. WoW retail right now. We were playing WoW as a guild for a while, and we just kind of fell off with SOD.
I'm about
honestly,
to do.
We're all just like ready for Ashes. You know what I'm saying? We're just ready for Ashes at the moment. Honestly. Prime June 5th. Jeff, dude, don't even trip, dude. Thank you for being here, my man. Year after year, I appreciate
it. Hey, yo. Yo, Pocket. He's pretty cool. That's sick that you have your first you have all this stuff for him. Fire potion. Oh. Nice. Ah, okay, that's the fire potion in game. I thought you were saying that this last one was fire. That's funny. Yeah, no, this one is the best. But I see it in game now. So, Pocket, did you play APOC? Out of curiosity. You didn't? Okay. What age should your target group be? What are you talking about? I have it pulled up. I'm gonna play my Ashes. This is my Ashes of Creation song. I'm gonna play that real quick. My sleep I thought ancient beings. What age should your viewers have? Why would it matter, Dippy? The redeem points on your screen? OCD things. That's funny. Celestial dance. The boy Willie. He's playing. Who else? Who else you have pulled up? Hold it. Who was it? Who else? Vargas. No, Dippy, I was asking what does it matter? The age of what my viewers are. Where's Vargas at? Is he only on YouTube? Oh no, Dippy, how old are you? You should be fine. Ah, he's a YouTuber. He's got 20,000 subs on YouTube. One day out soon. I'm 14. Okay, yeah, you're fine. Whatever. As long as you're, you're cool. You're cool. As long as you be cool, stay cool, are cool. All of the coolness. That's all I require. All right, let's go back to the. The stream keeps kind of lagging out. Narc over here going overboard. I'm back in 1 minute. You're back in 1 minute? No worries. Miko. Was Nico normally stream? He's BDO. Oh, he did Throne and Liberty? Oh. Oh. Sweet, you excited for Ashes? He reacted to MMO bite. Wuthering Waves. He's got an intro screen. He's got an intro screen. Welcome back, Dippy. That was way less than a minute. Yeah, Narc is over here in Raven. I'll have to do some raves for Ashes when it launches. Is that a challenge? Dude. Assassin's Creed Shadows? Yes, I will be. Yes, I will. Assassin's Creed Shadows is good, should be good. I need to still finish Mirage and technically Valheim. Not Valheim, Valhalla. How about you, Dippy? You did get it? I thought you, sweet, I thought you were, wait, what? I thought you said you weren't able to get it. Wait, you did get it, right? Or I can't remember. What can't remember? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember. NDA is lifting for Alpha 2. Oh, I see. It is lifting for Alpha 2 technically, but Assassin's Creed streams? Oh, yeah, you said... Yeah, you did literally say, wish I got the 200 deal. You're right, you did just say that. Derp. I'm derping. I'm derping. All right, so we still have 21 minutes. I'm gonna while we're waiting, guys. I'm gonna update my script here. Your boy Willie. All of my Assassin's Creed streams, eh? What's he watching? This guy's on follower only mode? Wow. Dippy, Ashes of Creation is a new MMO being released in Q3 of this year. Basically, it's kind of going to go over everything, yes. Hold on, let me hide my screen while I'm going in my Gmail. Oh, I'm going to my Gmail. Yes. The live stream keeps fucking up sometimes. So it's kind of it's gonna be like literally, I'm gonna try for everything with it. So yeah, it's a new MMO that a lot of people can't wait for. So. Boom. So sweet. I'm gonna read it off to you. Okay, so the title is... Do you know a method of... No, I do not. I do not know a method. Okay, so... So basically, let's see. Pull up. Wrong screen here. So basically... If your friend randomly brought up Ashes of Creation to you, or you live in a hobbit hole, and are not aware of this new MMO being made by Intrepid Studios, then this video is perfect for you. Now, if you already do know what Ashes of Creation is, then it's a good refresher, and also maybe you'll learn some details about the MMO that you did not know before. Now, you may be asking, why am I making this video currently? Well, Alpha 2 is being released in Q3 of 2024, and things are starting to ramp up for this new Western MMO. It has been in development for a very long time, but I feel that the team, though ambitious, are nailing a lot of good aspects for the game. Founded in 2015 by Stephen Sheriff and John Moore, Intrepid Studios is independently developing and publishing Ashes of Creation, and in 2017, they took to Kickstarter to get initial support for the game. With over 19,000 backers and $3.2 million raised, they hit milestone after milestone, and Intrepid was raring to get things rolling. Pre-Alpha, or Alpha Zero, was their first real step towards being an invite-only or friends and family alpha, showing early footage of Ashes of Creation. And that's kind of where I left off when I was making everything, but... So basically starting all the way, I was trying to restructure this, but yeah, the original code name for Ashes of Creation was the World of Origins. Yeah, so we're working on it. I'm gonna do another announcement 5 minutes before the live stream is up to say, hey, it's about to start. It's about to start. Lore Forged is live. Hey, yo. Lawforge just went live. Waiting room. Live stream. Live watch party. How come he has this many views? It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. This guy's too enunciated for me, really. So I'll be lurking him. Where's Lore Forged? There they are. Hey yo! Can't wait. Yeah, sweet, you ready? Are you ready to rumble? It's good so far. You know what? What is it? What's his name? Asian Invasions. He actually works on his YouTube videos while he's live on Twitch. I should actually start talking to Asian Invasion. Yo, Fogly. Yo. Yo. We made it, boys. Let's find that treasure. I'll seek guidance from the stars. Hey, but oh, I missed it. Might as well. Yeah, might as well. Fuck, I know. Fuck, it's an elephant in a rhino. Alpha 2 is coming in 2024. We have not announced specific dates for Alpha 2, Beta 1, or Beta 2 yet. However, they're gonna announce it this stream. They better. No, they're not going to, but might as well. Now I'm just saying that all the time, like, yeet. Oh shit! There you go. There we go. Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Not bad. Let's see here. All right, so we have 12 minutes. What can I work on in the meantime? So, founded in 2015 by Steven. How are we doing, folks? How are we doing, folks? Okay. Oops. How do I do this? Let's see. Hey. Wealth 99, I appreciate that. Appreciate that a ton. Oh, I appreciate that a ton, sir. Yo! Hey, yo! We all heard. We all heard. Oh man, can't wait. 11 minutes already though? Ah! Dude, Dippy, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that a ton. Yo, Tet, what's up, man? Dude, Tet, I can't wait for this. This is gonna be my crack, like what Woowa has been yours. It's gonna be like Woowa. Woowa, Woowa. Woowa, Woowa. Tet, I'm officially doing now things also on YouTube, live streams on YouTube now. So this is live on YouTube. So if you ever, need to. Oh yeah, Dippy, I'm gonna be playing the fuck out of this game. I will be. I will. I will. I will. I'm gonna. Okay. Yawning all hardcore over here. Starting so. Pre-alpha or alpha 2 was their first real step toward being invite only or friends and family, showing early footage of Ashes of Creation. Now from there, they went on to make a battle royale testing ground known as Ashes of Creation Apocalypse. Oh, I would grind it very badly. Oh, damn, they're not going to TwitchCon. They're not going to TwitchCon. Well, they're kind of early on. They don't need a market there, but I mean, probably people from the actual team are actually okay. Pocket, I already follow Pocket, so. Pocket. Pocket. Wait, what races are there? Underrealm. Junior. Well said, Sonny.
And we are happy to support them as well. So we will watch it and we will have a good time generally.
It's just gonna be Turgo Live. It's gonna be Turgo Live. Less than 10 mins. What did Sloan share with me? Tet, how you doing today? Mr. Tet. Less than 10 minutes. Let's go! Here we go! Whoa! Wah. Hype train! Your boy Willie.
Those were the times.
Oh. Oh, he's done PvP. This guy has done a lot of end game stuff and leg sore from what? Oh my god, no wars. Yes. 2 hours of shopping. Oh, wait, you did 2 hours of shopping? What the fuck? Why? So Nico did a lot of esports. Nico. Dude. All right. You guys ready? It's about to start. Oh, wait, I gotta do an announcement. All right, mute me, Pocket. Just mute me. I have everybody muted too, so thank you so much, man. Such a huge gap. We are ready. We are ready, bro. Let's do this. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. Okay, guys. Are we ready? 2-minute warning. I'm also with you in spirit. It's like, fuck yeah, I'm ready. Tet, 2 hours of shopping, bro. Where'd you go? $2,400 viewers. 2,400. We're gonna blow the socks off of this freaking live stream. Fuck yeah! I'll be right back. 45 seconds. Oh, gotcha, Tet. Hell yeah, man. Let's go. Nice. I got gifted a sub. 2, 1. Let's go. Love it. I like how they did that. That's great. There we go. There we go, guys. Here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our glorious Ashes of Creation May development update. We hope that you've been having a wonderful month. Steven's looking extra cool today.
I'm sorry.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, no, I just want to explain real quick.
Yeah,
Super
go for
sorry
it.
about that. I have a small scratch on my right eye, and I'm
his
super
eye
light sensitive
scratched?
right now, so bear with me. I know it. I have my cool shades on.
Everyone's going to zoom in on what they can see because we can see reflections here.
Oh, really?
But yeah, so, while Steven's looking cool, I offered to put some sunglasses on too so we could have a vibe going, but...
Oh, I'm cool with that. Yeah, you want to put
just
the
kidding.
sunglasses on for sure. Let's go.
But we hope that you've been having a wonderful month. Of course, Steven is our
Jyron,
creative director, and I'm Margaret Crone. I'm your director of communications here today. And as you can see below, we have a whole slew
Alpha
of
2
things that
this
we're going
year.
to be doing today. We did cut
How you
our
doing, Jyron?
update because, let me tell you, the Node Wars preview section is going to be long. So it's going to be one of those buckle in. If you haven't grabbed some snacks and some water, maybe a catheter. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
A catheter?
I don't know. I can't hold my
Whatever.
pee very long, Steven. I'm like super pregnant now. The belly
Oh
is
my
growing.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's-
We've got our next PvPer on the way.
Yeah, they're coming along. Oh my gosh, we need little Ashes onesies.
I know. Oh, that's a good
First
idea.
game,
We should.
Ashes of Creation.
But whatever. We will also have our studio update. We'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll do some Q&A. We'll also do some Q&A right after the video. But yes, we have quite a bit planned for you. But before we get into that, we do want to go over our YouTube spotlight. So today's, if you didn't know, if you head on
Margaret
over
of
to our
Creation.
YouTube development update pages, you can become a subscriber. Make sure that you are, it shows you as a public subscriber. Otherwise, we can't see that you're a subscriber. It's really strange. And you leave a comment over there, and then we will select someone at random. And today we have Hilga Lord 7252 with the
so
question,
random.
as we start to see more talent trees and abilities, I start wondering how AOC will handle unique playstyles and maybe different builds. For example, will we see unique items and or enchantments with support, which support a health instead of mana as a resource build, and with classes skill tree or class skill trees, augments, and weapon talent trees, won't there be too many playstyles to balance? So it's really kind of a question: will there be a variety? And then the other part of it is,
How do you balance it?
how do you balance that much? Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, so will there be a variety? Yes, there will be many varieties. The approach with regards to kind of player being able to customize, how their archetype and how their weapon and choices and gear choices interact with the broader ecosystem of other players.
That was a
and
very
the
winded
encounter
YouTube
designs, right?
comment.
Is to provide maximum flexibility for the types of decisions you can make as a player. Those are the types of scenarios I find most intriguing. From a balance perspective, where, historically what we've talked about is we're not trying to balance everything. That is not the goal. This is definitely not a goal for it to be balanced in a 1v1 scenario. Our balance is definitely more focused around group composition. And when we say group composition, what we mean is having present a number of the archetypes, right? And those archetypes aren't going to stand on equal footing with each other. There is going to be a rock, paper, scissors design when it comes to innate advantages that certain archetypes have over each other. And giving or affording the customization options lets you flirt a bit with where your rock, paper, scissor lines live, right? Perhaps you are a little bit better against the rock, as a scissor would normally be. And that's because you've made certain selections in either your archetype skill tree, your passives, your weapon selection, your gear choices, right? Those are all pieces of a puzzle that interact with the overarching kind of balance choices between these different rock, paper, scissors designs. So, I think modern MMO gameplay has moved away from that. They want everyone to harness the same power from a 1v1 perspective. And I don't find that interesting. I don't find that MMO like. I think that it has its place, but I think that it is a more compelling scenario to afford the player a bit more options when it comes to customizing their space within the world from a Trinity perspective, and having some innate built-in rock, paper, scissors design.
Fabulous, fabulous. Yeah, it's balance is always one of those things. You get asked it every time. And sometimes there are also, as we have game updates, you'll see things where some classes will be different than others, and we'll continue to change that and move things along
Right.
as we move forward.
And we kind of have to retrain this idea, right? Like a lot of people also, have a similar question, which is like, I want to change my base archetype at any given moment, right? Or I want to change my spec at any given moment. The idea is that you are making choices, and those choices have consequences, good or
Mhm.
bad. Like your choice is relevant, right? And sometimes you need to live with that choice. And every scenario you come against, you're not going to be optimally primed for, right? It's going to be a struggle bus sometimes, or it might be an easy breezy sometimes, right? Like it just kind of depends. We want to have that fluctuation in your encounters so that it's not always a breeze, right? You can't always predict how you're going to perform in any given situation. Sometimes you're going to have to make decisions strategically or tactically that you're not accustomed to because you can't predict the outcome of the scenario. And that requires that you're not always perfectly balanced for the world. You're not always perfectly balanced for other characters, other adversaries or friends, right? That is something that keeps things a little bit more lively, I think.
And on that same or on like a juxtaposed note to that, there's still going to be customization within realms for your archetype that you will want to spec into, knowing you're going into a certain fight or into a certain raid or into a certain war, or whatever it may be, and you may want to spec specifically and gear
Absolutely.
specifically, and have people set up in a way
Yes.
that makes the most sense for that.
Yeah, and that's the hamster wheel, right? Like that's where's your chase, right? What's your bis, right? And there isn't going to be a single answer on the bis
Bis.
front, right? You may have to chase multiple goals of end game gear, and the more you achieve on that front, the more prepared you will be for a wider variety of encounter design, for wider variety of difficulty or challenge ratings that you need to approach, and having more of those options
Hero
available,
voice.
I think makes it an interesting and compelling progression story.
All right. And then the next thing that we have to discuss here is our dev discussion. This month's topic is cutscenes.
Ooh,
So if you haven't
cutscenes.
headed on over to the forums, we always put up a new dev discussion
Cutscenes are
about topics.
huge.
This one is, when it comes to cutscenes, what entices you to not skip them? Tell us about your favorites and what makes them unique. And of course, just share your feedback, your thoughts on cutscenes with us. We'd love to hear them. We are exploring some areas where we may want to use them. sparingly, but we would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that.
You know what? You know what? One of my favorite games and their cutscenes was, and it's a recent one, but it was Baldur's Gate 3. I
Oh
thought they
gosh,
did
that game
an
is just a
amazing
masterpiece.
job. Oh my
Chef's
gosh.
kiss,
It
like
was so
everywhere.
good. The first cutscene that really got me, where I just started laughing hysterically, was Big Bertha in the barn. When
That one,
I haven't even
that
I
I
was
played.
was not
dying.
expecting what was going to happen in that
That's so
scene.
okay. So you
I
just
haven't even
said
played
what is it?
Baldur's
What
Gate
is
3.
what makes a good cutscene?
People are gonna
One
be
of
like,
those things
"What?"
is, hey, I did not expect to open that barn door and see what I
2
saw.
a.m.
It was definitely captivating, but also cringy and also gross, but like totally unexpected.
It was one of those things where you're like, you're not going to forget it. But then I've
Yes.
also experienced on the flip side, I'm not going to call out a specific game, but you might know which game I'm talking about. There are
Uh,
some where it's like, I feel like the entire game is just like, I'm in a cutscene hell. And
oh
I'm like, I
yeah.
really just want to play the game and I don't want to be stuck.
Right.
This is not a movie. I'm not here to sit down and play a movie. I want to
I
play.
agree.
So
Yeah.
I think
And
there's like a
and
balance for sure where you
Yeah.
can find.
Kingdom
that
Hearts
is
3.
that is definitely
Kingdom Hearts
true.
3
Like
has way too many
cutscenes, you
cutscenes.
know, you're not playing an interactive story. You want
Cinematics,
to
right?
be
Cutscene.
the story and not watch the story all the time. In
But I
MMO
like the
space, for
story in that
sure.
game that I'm referencing. It's just, I
Yes.
also am like, just put that somewhere else so I can watch it because I really just
Right.
want to play.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a balance. And of course, our next one is going to be on war/siege systems, which I think is perfect coming into this Node Wars topic that we have here today. And we also wanted to just remind you guys that we do a office hours. Right now, our wonderful community managers are over in Discord and they're doing a watch party. So if you want some company while you're watching, you can head on over there. But I know some people find that distraction or distracting. But we also do an office hours where this is something that I haven't really seen other companies do, but we have you guys join us and we ask you some questions and you're able to give your feedback to our development team through voice. So not only do we allow for dev discussions through forums and things of that sort, but we're also doing something that's a little bit more active where we're communicating with you in like a voice channel as well. And it's a program that we piloted and it's been going very well. And so
Send
if you're
notes.
interested, stay tuned as we will be sharing what our next topic will
Send
be for that.
notes. Go.
And with that, I think we may begin prefacing
Yes.
the next
Let
segment,
us start.
which
Let us
is
start the prefaces.
yes.
Yes, many of the prefaces.
Many
So
of the
guys,
prefaces.
this is gonna be a fun one. I think you're all going to enjoy this. I want to say,
Oh my god! Oh
you
my
know,
god!
this is a longer one. I think it's like almost an hour and 20 minutes. Is that right? Roughly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So keep in mind, you know, some people say like, why are these presentations so long? Well, you know, this, despite what it may appear like to some people,
Node Wars.
this is not a marketing thing, right? We're not trying
covering Node
to
Wars.
acquire new users with this.
Yeah,
We're
so
not
it's gonna
trying
be-
to make sales. We
it's gonna
can't
be
make
something
sales right
massive.
now.
Giggity.
You know, this is our obligation and also our opportunity. There's 2 points there, right? Obligation and opportunity. One, obligation to keep you informed and abreast of progress for the game's development. That is, we are a public development process. We believe in that process. We think it's a good thing that companies should do. Because ultimately there's no stronger relationship in consumer to corporate, like, you know, purview than that of a gaming company, right? It literally, as a player, you're the lifeblood of the company, right? So
Node Wars.
it's our obligation to keep you abreast of progress. On the second side of that coin, it is our opportunity to collect live feedback from you guys so that we
Node
can make sure the
Wars, what
product
the
we're
fuck?
making is going to be received in a way that is something you want, right? It's positively. It's yes, I'm aware of what you're building as a player, right? And I've given you my thoughts on the player. Now, not everybody is into that, right? Like probably 98 to 99% of players in the world
Show
are
as you
not
be.
watching a stream like this where it's a development.
He's got a
update.
preface. He's
You
gotta
are
say,
a
"Oh, it's a
select
work in
few,
progress."
a unique
Got it.
cohort of people who take interest to the next level right, of a game that's up and coming, right? Most people, they wait around for the trailers, they see the launch date, and they're like, all right, cool, I'll wish list this or something, right? Like that is the vast majority. So you guys,
If you're one of those folks, come back later.
yes,
We'll have the
exactly,
game for you later. If you don't, if you're
Yeah.
impatient, you don't want to watch the journey, that's fine.
that is a stage that is
Yeah,
coming.
he's got-
There's
they
no
gotta
way
keep-
that
they gotta
stage
keep
doesn't
doing
come,
this.
right? That is our launch stage, right? So
I'm gonna go
it's
put my
like,
dog.
understand that we're not skipping out on that. It's just we're adding an additional phase to it, which is this phase, the development phase that you guys get to participate in. So with that being said, remember that this showcase is a work in progress. It is work towards our alpha 2, which is a true alpha. We've talked about this in the past.
Dude.
Particularly 2 points. VFX and UI. Those are in a very functional state, which means that they haven't received the level of attention that we still need to provide. That's polish, that's optimization, that's further fleshing out, right? Those things still need to be worked on. So as you're observing this and you're thinking of your commentary and how you can best provide us feedback along the lines of this particular system,
Give us feedback.
right? This gameplay loop, what you will be experiencing within the game, talk to us about the functionality of the game, of the node war system, the interaction between the mayor and the citizens, the objective-based gameplay within the open world, some of the ability designs, some of the effects that occur. Like those topics are where your feedback is best used. If it is something about, UI looks clunky or visual effects soup is, indistinguishable, we for sure are aware of that. We know that is still a thing that we are planning to work on and will be improved, right? So take that with a grain of salt.
Big discussion with VFX about that recently. So
Yeah, absolutely. So we will improve there. But I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. I think the team did a phenomenal job in creating this. Chris Justo was a champion of champions as our our design systems team owner. He is a very exceptional individual.
I guess I'll wait.
And he did a phenomenal job in spearheading a lot of the work that revolves around the nodes and the node war system. So kudos to him. In addition, a lot of people on the team from the engineering side to the art side come together to obviously make Ashes of Creation. And what you're going to see today, I think you're going to enjoy. And what you're going to play soon in Alpha 2 is going to be a lot of fun. So with that
Alpha
being said,
2,
enjoy the show.
And the premiere is playing over on YouTube. You can check it out over there in 4K if you'd like, or you can watch us here. But please come back because we will be gathering questions and answering those as well. So we'll see you all.
I'm streaming it over on YouTube.
In an hour plus.
See you in an hour. They're probably gonna go have lunch and come back. Oh, 2 a.m. I'll have to get it. Let's fucking go!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another day in Vera. And today we have an exciting showcase, one that has been long in the making, probably one of our largest systems that we have actually shown to date.
Yes.
I know that there are a lot in the audience who are excited about what we're going to be talking about and what we're going to be showing today. Many of you have been waiting for this particular showcase. And I am joined by some pretty awesome developers who have made what you're going to see today a reality. 3 of our glorious engineers, Kyle, Keenan, Zach. How are you guys doing?
Look at all the people, man.
Doing pretty good.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely excited to chat with you guys about what it took to bring this particular feature to life. I know that each of you in your respective rights have had different purviews over this kind of massively multiplayer engagement, the unique system work that's involved for the war and the events itself, along with obviously combat and player movement for you guys. So a lot of insights there, which I'm going to be excited to chat with you guys about as we kind of go through this.
This is crazy,
also, we have two of our glorious designers, regulars on the show. Chris, Trad, how are you guys doing?
Wonderful. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
That is a big mouth.
Hyped for some PvP.
Ooh, some PvP and this amazing war system, Chris, that I know that you have been slaving away over the course of the last few months in helping to author and set up, and doing a lot of testing with our PI group and iterating on the system as well. A lot of hard work has gone to this. Gonna be excited to kind of showcase that off. And then, of course, no true project can be successful without the absolute amazing responsibility of production. We have one of our glorious producers here, Nathan. Nathan, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm excited. This was a big step for us to
Oh
put the
my
massive back in MMO,
Look
and
at-
I'm excited to show that off to everyone today.
Excited to show it off too. Now, many of you may be asking yourself, where am I?
This is
What are we
awesome.
looking at? We are currently in the node of Miraleth, where
I love
I
it.
have been
They're all posed
bestowed
up.
with the great honor of mayorship, leading these beautiful, wonderful people to success all across the Riverlands and
This is
Vera
gonna be
beyond.
great.
And we have recently gotten into maybe some interchanges that haven't been so polite with one of our neighboring nodes. And this can happen in the world of Vera.
Right.
There are a lot of systems set up to provide players an outlet to kind of govern themselves, govern their relationships with each other. Come hither, Stephen. Winstead shall show you the way to win. Unbelievable. They are already trash talking. Look at this disrepute that comes from Margaret as the mayor of Winstead. We must respond in kind. Chris, what are some of the options we have available to us when our honor is being questioned as a node?
Yeah, so as you kind of
anyone on
alluded
the
to,
mount?
we're gonna declare war on them because they're big
I
meanies.
forgot you can
so
perch your mount.
we have
Wait a
to go
minute.
through.
Can we rephrase that? It's not that they're big weenies. It's that.
I said meanies.
Oh,
I said
meanies. They're big meanies. It's not that they're big meanies. It's that we must exert our
Meanies.
dominance, and we can only truly achieve respect through power. And if we don't demonstrate that power to these peons that are at Winstead, then how will they know to fear us?
That's a much more eloquent way to put it, Stephen.
Eloquent.
So we have to jump through a few hoops before we can declare war.
Oh, look at that
You know,
now.
we don't want mayors running around in Ashes of Creation just like perma-flagging the whole world into a state of PvP, right?
Again,
So-
guys,
Some people just said, "Wait a minute, yes, I do."
this video is up on YouTube in 4K as well.
Well,
so.
it's going to cost you some resources to do that. So, Stephen, as the mayor, you have access to a special panel in your node UI.
Right, I pulled up my node interface. Now, I must take this moment, as is normally the case, to remind everyone in our audience that everything you see here today is a work in progress. That means that we are currently working towards our Alpha 2, which we have announced
Work
for
in
third quarter
progress.
this year. So UI, visual effects, performance, just the general content within the game is in an alpha state. Please remember that as you see this. Things will continue to get better and continue to be developed. And the reason that we do these live streams and these development updates is to keep our audience abreast of that progress, but also to elicit necessary feedback as we iterate on these particular systems, because there are a lot of them. So sorry, Chris, I am in this node window and I see that I have available to me some number of mayoral commissions that I can begin with.
Correct. Now, this tab is only available to the mayor, hence why it's called the mayor tab. And if you hit that button in the top right corner, the manage commissions button,
Oh, okay. Very nice.
you'll see we have a list of commissions and a bunch of available slots for you to initiate. Now, these are much like
Winstead.
regular commissions that I think we've shown off in the past. The difference here is the mayor is picking which ones are going to be available to players, and
okay.
when enough players complete them, the node gets a reward, right?
Very good. So this is a bit different than your standard commissions, your non-mayoral commissions, because those are generated by the system based on predicates of the surrounding area from a narrative perspective. And this
Mayoral commissions are really more predicated on what the mayor needs to have done to collect resources or to enable certain actions such as war.
Correct. Now, additionally, like, more mayoral commissions will become available as the node progresses, and the commissions that are available will change based on how the node is built, right? So if you build a blacksmith, you might get some special smithing related commissions that you could elect to initiate for your players. But if you don't upgrade that blacksmith, you're not going to be able to do that.
Huh.
Got it.
Wow.
Very cool. Okay. So I see here there's one called War Preparations.
And that's the one you're going to want to use if we want to go to war. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and initiate that commission.
Huh?
If you see in the top right of that panel, there's the some glint available. That's the reward players will get for doing this activity.
Oh, okay. Should I confirm this selection?
Go confirm the selection.
Okay. So when players complete this commission, they do their part, and this is essentially them buying on to this choice.
Correct.
Got it. So it's not just unilaterally, and obviously, guys, as you're watching this, some of these system designs are in an effort to provide these gameplay loops with the resources that we have available to us at this stage in the development for Alpha 2 purposes. Long term, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, how some of those designs will change and incorporate other systems which we are still pending development on. But here, the players that are citizens of this node must opt in with the mayor's decision by completing this commission in order to grant that power. And for their participation, they're getting rewards as well.
Absolutely correct.
Very cool. And so what are these awards they're getting?
So they're going to get some glint, which we've also shown off in the past that they can turn in for money.
The glowing glint.
Mm-hmm.
The glowing glint.
Okay, so they're getting paid.
Ava, you excited?
Cool. Should we select any other ones here too?
Yeah, I mean, they all offer a varying breadth of things, right? The primary thing we're rewarding through mayoral commissions is what we call node buffs. And these are benefits that are applied to your zone of influence. So for example, you might want to do a mayoral commission that increases gathering speed for 24 hours in the node. And if enough players do that, you guys get that benefit.
Okay. Let's do the building foundation. Because I'm not all about, as a mayor, just war, right? We must make safe the grounds around us as well. Let's get rid of some of those goblins.
Ava, thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube. Thank you.
And perhaps we
Could be
should
great.
acquire some forages. Okay, cool. So we have a number of different commissions now that are available
Alpha
to players.
2 come out. Facts.
Correct. Now, if you want to close out of that window and walk over, this is our fancy mayoral commission board over here.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Ooh.
And if you interact with it, it'll show the commissions that are currently
Ava, what
that
class
you've
are you gonna be?
initiated.
Nice. Now we have obviously a fire that's closest to the door, being of course our war preparations, because honestly the shifty characters over at Winstead really can't be trusted, especially in the proximity they are to our node.
I'm going to be
so
streaming
how am
this
I going now,
probably the
how am I gonna go
whole
ahead and
first
complete
month
this?
it launches.
So first, accept the commission by clicking on it.
Got it.
If you notice, it's popped up in your objective tracker.
All right.
And I believe it says turn in 20 T1 materials. Do you have enough T1 materials, Steven?
I think just by pure coincidence, I happen to have exactly 20 that are available. Yes.
So
Pure
this little
coincidence.
treasure box next to the commission board is where you can turn in.
All right. Ah, okay, very cool. Yes, I will turn in some of my stone, and I got my reward.
Wow, how
Objective
lucky!
is now complete.
Right?
Awesome.
Right, Digital?
Now, currently, for the sake of this showcase, that mayoral commission is set to only require one player to complete
Ava,
it.
how'd you initially
so that
find
we
my
can,
channel?
speed things along for us, and we don't have to wait, a couple of days for hundreds of players to do this. But
that
if you
is the intent, right? Is that these commissions do require a heavy opt-in from the player base. in the order of magnitude being hundreds of these commissions needing to be completed.
And that'll depend on the scope of the commission, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some commissions with very minor effects might not require a large amount of players to complete them, but something like going to war will require a larger amount of players and a larger amount of dedication
collect all
per
the
player.
mounts. I'm gonna be a mount collector. Hell,
And we
Ooh,
have,
look at those auras.
our company of ready, able, and willing citizens here to provide the support we need in order to succeed in our war preparation. So, hurrah to you! Well done, everyone. Okay, so now that we've effectively completed the commission.
Yep. So if you want to press N again to open up that Node UI,
Bree?
Got it.
You'll notice that there is a completed tab next to your Node UI, which shows that enough players have done the activity for you, and now this commission's on cooldown. So when your hand re-rolls once a day, if that commission cooldown is longer, you will lose that slot, and you won't be able to use that commission until that cooldown has ended.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so obviously the mayor needs to be somewhat prudent in the choices that they're making. Even if they do get the opt-in from their citizens, there is so much power they have available to them to affect that change. It is governed to a degree by some time.
Exactly.
Cool.
But now that we've completed it, you've received, as a result of this commission, a war token, specifically for the territory war type of war. So if you want to go ahead to the Node Relationships tab.
I think I see Chibi Bree.
You'll notice there's a list of nodes here.
Dang
specifically
it.
Winstead.
I do see that.
And if you want to go ahead and click on that Declare War button. We won't do it right now, but just to show you the steps here that you would take. That Declare War button there, and it shows there is a couple different types of war that you have access to.
Oh, okay. Very cool. All right.
Oh.
So territory control obviously makes sense. Test node war is obviously one of our QA testing war types. There will be a number of different war types that are available that we'll talk about in a little bit as well.
Awesome. Well, so Steven, now that we have what we need to declare this war, do we want to go over to Winstead and kind of rub it in their face?
Yeah, I think so. I think that would probably make sense. Let me give a quick inspiring speech, if I can, of course, to our glorious citizens. What's the name of our node? This is Miraleth. Miralethians! Noble, great, and honorable Miralethians. Our city has been denounced by a rival node, the Winstead node. They know nothing of our ways, of our people, but they know something not good. And fear, anguish. There, thank you. Fear, anguish. Well done. You're one of my lieutenants. Well done. Fear, anguish. They will know that soon enough, for they chose to stand against the will of Miraleth. Let us go forward and teach them the ways of our people. All right, we've done this.
Oh.
Miraleth, best prepare your brooms. You'll need them to sweep up something.
Let's go!
I didn't get that broadcast. Margaret's just loving the trash talk. Oh, sweep up our ashes. Well done. So, Chris, where are we planning to go?
Well, we were gonna go to Winstead, but I think we have company.
We have company. Wait.
We have unwanted company.
Have they been spying on us?
Dude,
Who are these people?
Well, they're not affiliated with us.
They would dare to come to our town like this after we've just laid the gauntlet of war down?
The gauntlet of war?
Well, you haven't declared the war yet.
Oh, I haven't declared. Should I declare the war?
I mean, I feel like this is an optimal time to declare the war because we might get some easy kills.
You know what? I think you might be now. Okay, now of course, they can't hear or know what we're gonna do here, but
They have no idea what's coming.
No, they have no clue what is about to happen.
Uh-oh.
But the territory control node war. Talk to me first, Chris, a little bit about the territory control node.
Yeah, so we'll get into some of the more depth of war while we're walking, but the territory control war, as it kind of sounds, is about controlling territory, right? So what this is going to do is it's going to flag us against each other, the citizens of our node and the citizens of the node you declare on.
He dropped a
and then
trap.
we'll do battle over certain POIs in both of our zones of influence and gain control over them based on winning those events in those POIs. And once we've accumulated enough victory points, we'll win the war, which gives our zone a big buff as well.
I approve of the node war, and let us destroy them in 3, 2, 1. Oh, get him!
Oh shit! Look at the dragon fights. Love it. Oh. Ah! Now he's just hovering.
Oh no. Oh dear. Did we get them?
I think we cleaned them out.
What is that brick?
wall up.
What's that?
I don't know where the dragon went, but that sounds like a future us problem.
Yeah.
Sure, that won't come to bite us.
I think we did destroy them. You know, I think I'm missing my blink. Where is my blink?
Dude, I can't. Yeah, it was
You gotta
definitely.
close your eyes and then you open them again.
It was definitely
No,
30
not
versus
that
5.
blink. And my bubble. Oh, there they were. And I should probably get this arcane.
It was
eye.
literally 30 versus 5, and they just took him out.
There we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Double
okay.
sevens.
So, they tried to stop us, but we can't be stopped.
Never gonna stop.
Where should we go now?
Well, so before we run off, open up your node relationships tab again,
Okay, got it.
and you'll see there's an active war, and we've earned some points in this war. If you go to the top of that, yeah, right there,
Okay.
and we have 5 points because we killed 5 people.
Oh, nice. Okay, so during the war, obviously we have available to us this this that tracks kind of performance, and each individual player can track their performance within the war as well.
Hell
Correct.
yeah. Oh, 1,000.
And then it says
victory
earn
points.
1,000 victory points in order to win the war.
Correct. Now it's the end condition of this war. Now victory points are earned via kills and earned via completing objectives.
Okay. All right, cool. Awesome. Now, the event that it talks about, talk to me a
Yep.
little bit about that event.
So
that's cool.
open up your map and
Oh.
scroll yourself over to, you'll see that,
Map.
scroll to the left there.
Sheesh, the map.
and you'll see there's a big circle around Highwayman Hills.
Oh, harness the God Spike.
Nice.
Currently, it says active is 31 players. Does that mean they have 31 players already there?
That means they already have 31 players there. We better get a move on.
We need to go.
Oh, we need to go. Dude, we got
Let's
map
start moving.
footage. What? So they say that you rep the cape. You have a cape that you represent
If I
your
have a
node.
horse. that I can summon.
Ava, are you still out there on YouTube?
Dude,
Oh.
where'd my horse go?
And I'm being left
my
behind,
horse.
Steven.
I know. Oh, here we go. I got it. Okay. So, talk to me about the different types of war events and war types.
TCM
yeah, so
Digital.
war types are going to be pretty predicated
Yeah.
on what they're actually delivering to the winners and losers, right? So this one's a territory control. The crux of what this does is you claim territory, which siphons the node XP from the nodes that you, from the POIs that you're winning these objectives at.
Cool.
It's also providing a luck buff there to prevent or to, incentivize the players who win to go farm there, right, and generate more node XP for your node.
Ava, how long have you been following Ashes of
We have
Creation?
other different
That's what I was
types
going to ask you.
that we plan to have post day 2, like disabling services in the opposing node, siphoning gold, taking over mayorship temporarily.
This is
Very cool.
awesome.
So there's a lot of different options that we intend to provide, obviously for the war system, and this is one of the primary methods of player friction, right? So we want to keep that kind of compelling, interesting from a design perspective, which all of these different war types are intending to provide. And throughout Alpha 2, we'll be introducing additional node war event types as well.
Those are cool mounts.
Correct.
Are like those are those ostriches kind of like thing?
Talk to me, Kyle, a little bit about authoring this node war system. How did you
5
go
years?
about, keeping
3 for
it
me.
modular and capable of supporting all these different types of wars?
Can't wait.
Well, given the game design
Oh, it's an
document
emu.
that Justo
It is an
provided,
emu.
the goal was, of course, to provide something as flexible as possible to be able to give all of that design freedom. So we were able to leverage existing systems such as the game event system and the locale system to be able to give the a massive amount of varying content from war to war.
Awesome. And obviously, talk to me a little bit about kind of the difficulties of authoring a system like that.
Yeah, the difficulty is definitely having to work between different teams because the
What's going on
game
there?
event system and the
This
locale
guy is
system are
Omen.
authored by the narrative engineering team. So we have to make sure that we can work discipline to discipline to get the
Omen.
needs that are required to bring something like this to life.
Nice. Awesome.
Did you guys see
And-
that? He was dooming, man.
Zach, obviously,
He's like,
node wars, node events, those
Dude,
are some
I
of the
want-
more
dude.
high player density types of gameplay loops. Talk to me a
I
little
need
bit
that
about
dragon,
some of
dude.
the
I need that
difficulties you had on the performance side,
my
working with
God.
tech art, engineering,
I need that
and,
dragon.
and
I need to be
artists
mayor.
to kind
I
of
need to be mayor. I
get
need to be
performance
mayor.
where we needed it to be for this higher player density.
Oh yeah, for sure. For performance, it's really been a refinement of our pipelines and processes and workflows with a pretty tight iteration loop on, testing, profiling, like auditing those profiles, like seeing what we're at, and then like correcting things that need to be corrected. And especially with an MMO, we really have to support like a large array of player experiences.
Ava, yeah.
So the game has to run great, whether
don't-
you're
yeah,
a
I
solo
don't even-
player
You have
or
to
you're
be
playing in a
constantly
group,
playing to
and
be
then
able
it
to
also
be
has to run
mayor.
great
For sure.
big events like these where there's going to be upwards to 100 players sometimes, right? So it's really been all hands on deck from all the disciplines to refine our current existing standards and make sure that we can hit performance while continuing to look good.
That dragon is,
Awesome.
there's something
Well,
going on
I
with that
have
dragon.
arrived at what I believe is our headquarters, and there appears to be a significant portion of our garrison from the node that has arrived here, our guards.
Oh, interesting.
Where is the rest of our group? Oh, you guys should meet. Let's meet up here if we can at the headquarters, and let's do some planning. I'm sure there's some significant strategies that we can employ. Right, Chris?
Oh, yes, there is. So, the lowdown. First things first is, if you look at your objective tracker, there's some
I
stuff
see.
going on.
Okay.
We need to gather imbued blood
He's the
and
mayor.
imbued materials. Now, imbued blood is going to drop off bandits that have this glowy particle effect to them. And imbued materials are going to drop off ruby caches that are all around the POI.
Okay.
Imbued
well,
material.
let me
And we have to do that before the enemy team.
I see.
If they complete it before us, we still
Oh my
can
God.
finish ours, but we'll be behind and they'll be on the victory condition.
Okay, so we're looking for these imbued bloods and
Dude,
the
Sweet, I want
the
that
imbued
dragon
material.
so bad.
And
back,
the bloods
Dippy.
come from the bandits in the area.
Correct.
Okay, and the material are rubies that are kind of
No,
spawned throughout
no.
this particular
But when you do
zone. And let me
battles,
open up my
it does
map real
modify
quick.
it.
Yep. So marked on your map is all of the ruby locations, but the bandit locations are not marked.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the bandits are kind of sprinkled throughout the area, and these locations here that I'm hovering over, these imbued material caches, those are spawns around the area, and presumably that's where the enemy is going to be located as well, because
Sweet,
we're
you have
all
to be
trying
mayor
to
to
acquire
get a
these
flying
in order
mount.
to progress to the next stage.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, cool. Okay, so we should probably split up into 3 teams. If you are in party group 4 or group 5, you're going to be responsible for trying to
dang
acquire
map out
the
of the way
rubies.
of
So
the
you're going to be
dragon.
going to those imbued ruby cache locations. Your primary objective is to avoid interacting with the enemy. You do not want to engage the enemy. If you see them, run. You're just acquiring these resources and trying to bring them back to where, Chris?
You got to bring him back here and talk to good old Scholar Thompson.
Okay.
Thompson.
All right, cool. So you guys
Scholar
in group 4
Thompson?
and 5, you're going to acquire those. And probably if you're a ranger and can be camouflage, it would be beneficial for you to go out and try to acquire those. If you're in groups 1, 2, or 3, you're going to be running cover while killing the bandits. And then when they get the bandits' bloods, they're bringing those back as well.
Sorry, what was that? I was multitasking, Steven.
No worries, no worries. when they grab the bandits' blood, they're bringing those back as well.
They are bringing those back as well. Now, worth noting, they do drop on death, so if you end up with too much of them, be very careful.
Okay. Guys, I think
want the
before we head
dragon.
out, I'd like... Hold on. Let me get in a
The
good
wings have a
position
little bit
for
of
you.
animation.
I'd like you to all
issues
gather
that they
around
gotta
in
work
front
out,
of the dragon.
course,
I'm
but
going to give you an
don't worry.
inspiring buff.
Inspiring buff. Dude, I want the dragon. I want to be mayor just so I can have the fucking dragon.
Perfect. Now,
I literally just
know
want the dragon.
that this venture would strike fear in the heart of normal men and women, but not in the hearts of Miralethians. Go forward. Bring back the trophy that is... Oops, hold on. Bring back the trophy that is the blood. Go forward. Let us move.
Let's get them, lads.
Get them. Okay. So where are these bandits at that groups 1, 2, and 3 can go? Oh, I
So
see
they're
some over here.
Yeah, they're going to be all over the POI. They've got this lovely little glow to them to signify
flight
their
speed,
importance.
Okay.
The flight speed
Cool.
is so slow.
Now, if you come over here,
I
we got a
think they
nice little
can.
cache of rubies as
I
well.
think they can.
Where's the rubies at?
I think
Just
so.
Oh, I see.
West.
I'm just kind of I'm kind of watching out for the enemy while you guys are harvesting those rubies and killing the bandits. Ooh. Very nice. So far I don't see any. I see this light emanating from the center of this area over here.
Flight
Yep,
speed
so
is
that's
so
That's
slow.
the God Spike. Now, that
reminds
is
me
what
of
we are
Power
gathering these
World.
materials for, and then we're going to channel these materials into harnessing that like
he's
raw
spe-
power
oh,
that's
it's just
emanating
like
from the
dragon
center
riding.
of Highwayman Hills, so that we can steal the node experience and get ourselves a nice little luck buff in the POI after we win, because we never lose.
We have some enemies over here
That's true. I should have picked the team that's streaming.
that I can see.
Yeah, people were calling it the Canadian.
We should probably get groups
the
1, 2,
Canadian
and
dragon.
3 over here to interrupt them. It looks like is that us with the progress of 2?
That is us with the progress of 2.
Okay. All right. We've taken the lead.
Let's see. I'm running back a small stack of materials here.
Let me see where the
Where was
raid's at.
Condor?
Okay, looks like we are bringing in a bunch of materials. Talk to me, talk to me, Nathan, about what this process has been like from a production standpoint.
Yeah, it's been a super interesting one for us. Like, games are really always these really janky combinations of software and art and design, and all of these things are kind of coming together in a way that makes them inherently difficult to put out to the public.
Yeah, their bit rate's really low.
Had my fair share of rocky launches in the past, and so what we've been really focusing on this time around is making sure that we're kind of honing that process early to try to make Alpha 2 day one as smooth as possible. Obviously it's going to have some hitches, but this has been a really good opportunity for us to get in the habit of pushing a build out, getting feedback from people around the world, figuring out like what's wrong with their specific setup at home, so that then we can identify those issues, triage those issues, fix the ones that we can in order for us to push a build out for the next round of playtesting, which we've been doing every 1 to 2 weeks for the last couple of months, I think. And so that's been, like, from a production standpoint, a really awesome kind of test run for us to get in the habit of this, like live service game that we're going to be supporting for a really long time. So that's been a lot of fun. A lot of work, but it's good.
Oh yeah, you guys done a great job on the production side of this. This feature is obviously a very, very detailed and encompassing feature. Touches a lot of different pieces. I see we have some great uses of the tank wall. Some of you from APOC may be remembering that particular wall. Oh, we're having a significant little battle over here.
A significant little battle? That's a big battle.
Yeah, and that's been one of the things we've been trying to work on, right, is making sure that those objectives really help funnel the people towards those points of conflict. I think what was interesting here is some of our earlier iterations had
they're probably gonna...
it was kind of like this phase 1 where people will just kind of PvE'd the whole time, and
the bit rate's a little low, but they have this in 4K on YouTube, by the way.
This really PvX game, and so that's been an area of focus for us.
In 4K on YouTube.
Making sure that these objectives are things that people want to interact with and then fight over.
But dude, it looks sick. They're doing a 30v30 node war. They're doing node wars right now. I'm getting lost in the chat.
Oh, I'm getting hit hard. I think I lost one of my abilities. Let me grab it back.
This is a good one.
There we go. Oh, I see Dread, and he's down.
Only took 10 of you.
Unbelievable.
It's the skill difference.
20v20.
Focus fire Anduin.
Yes, I love it. I love this shit. Alterac Valley, dude. I can't wait.
Ooh. Perfect. Let's move forward. Let's keep pushing. Go on, Neris. Oh, I got rooted.
Rooted.
There we go. And slowed. Oh, there's Margaret.
Oh, get her.
She's on the dragon, though.
Oh, get her. He's like, oh, get her.
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay, we're pushing them back.
I played Alliance, and we would lose most of the time. We would lose most of the time.
I've got Brian on my target.
Depends.
I think he's tank. He wants you to target him.
Oh god. Oh god. Need help.
Oh god.
Backed out.
Yeah,
protect the king.
Wildly in danger.
All right. Let's get the group around me if you can. I'm going to use one of the mayor abilities to give us some offensive power.
Whoa.
And Chris, as I do this, talk to me a little bit about this ability.
Yeah, so
go forward.
Different node types have different mayor abilities that can be used in different scenarios, right? So what you just used is the war ability afforded to a scientific node.
Push.
That is sick.
And those abilities give a very large mitigation and damage buff to the players within your range when you use them.
Holy shit, dude! I can't.
How long does that ability last?
I believe the buff is 5 minutes.
That was sick.
Our wonderful Dr. Bucky made those for us.
That was really fucking sick.
Oh, he got away.
They're flanking
no.
on the bridge.
On the bridge? Coming back around. Oh, they are. How's the progress going? 76 for them, 15 for us? Oh my gosh.
No. We have 2 objectives, Steven. The top one is we're at 15 out of 100. The bottom one, we're at 76 out of 100.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Oh,
That was
shit.
concerning.
You got
But you'll
fucking
notice there is an
laser, I
enemy
think.
progress bar right below that too, to show how far along they are.
Good call.
It looks like they're slacking though.
Okay. Yeah, I was like,
I've
cell
got a couple
particles.
flankers over here. TP Noodle. Ooh, that's a good little blink.
TP noodle.
It's also been really fun to see the metas kind of evolve over these playtests. We had a point where there was the tank wall ability was a little too strong, and got a chance to fix that before the recording, and that's just kind of been a really fun process over the last couple of months here. Cleric, thankfully,
keep
still
your team
OP for me,
alive.
so you love to see it.
Yeah, that cleric is very strong.
Cleric will always have a free pass at being OP, and it's one role that it excels at, if nothing else. It's got to be the best healer.
I got Fant MX down. Let's get
That was
not
nice
off.
of him to let you do.
I know, right?
Did they have quadrant
He's almost
health or
dead.
something? Oh no, yeah, because it shows in quadrants. Jeez.
Like Trad, Keenan, I'm curious if there have been any you were talking earlier about some of the surprises that have come out of the playtesting. I was wondering if you guys had any examples of things that you weren't expecting, but saw when we started really putting this combat system to test.
Nothing that we weren't really expecting completely, but it has definitely been a huge help, just like uncovering smaller imbalances here and there. Like
Big
the
scale
wall thing that you
PvP.
mentioned, for example, was a thing we actually knew was an issue and had fixed on another build, but like it was still funny seeing that get completely taken advantage of it. And it like showed some interesting strategies, like how people would use them to zone each other in these little hallways and almost create your own effective
lazy,
little corridors on the open battlefield. So we definitely want to see some of that sort of thing. It's just a matter of balancing that.
Steven got laser, dude. Steven hella got
I think I died behind enemy lines.
Oh no.
Protect
down.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. I turned in 2 blood.
Protect died.
I know.
saw him.
So
I
much
saw him
work
die.
Nathan.
Yeah.
We still need
watched
more of
it
the
happen.
imbued bloods. That's the bandits, right?
I saw
That's
him
the
die.
bandits. Yep.
That was great.
All right, I'm gonna try to find some bandits to kill while you guys continue to hold them off. We need more people on bandits.
Yeah, what level is he?
Yep. And bandits for this event are a little bit more scarce, but respawn a lot faster than the rubies, where the rubies are a bit more plentiful, but have a much slower reset rate.
Great.
Got it.
Digital, are you gonna be playing this launch day?
There's my healers. Coming in at the last hour.
Not finding any bandits.
They killed them all.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a definite balance between targeting the PvE objectives and then PvP, because the drops that you need to turn in also can drop from players. So sometimes you'll want to gank people that you see it because they might have some of the stuff that you need to turn in for credit toward the war.
See the God Spike.
But it's also really easy to get trapped in long, drawn-out
Harness the gods'
PvP
blood.
engagements and let the enemy team
Bring
just
imbued blood
grind
to the
out
vortex.
resources.
And that's part of the strategy is like, you know, sometimes you'll want to tank up and have a bunch of people distract the group from doing the objectives while you're sending out those little side squads. We've done that a few times in our own testing for sure.
It's cool.
Found some bandits.
Oh no. Oh, that's us. Never mind.
All right, getting some bandit bloods. Oh, there's an enemy here.
Oh shit.
An enemy in a PvP zone? That's crazy.
Oh no, I might need some help.
Yeah, he's alone right now. He does have a lot of health. Dude.
So it's looking like at least Instead is done with the rubies, so we need to focus on bandits now. So there's going to be a lot of competition on those.
Yeah, we're done with rubies too. So you're in danger.
Interesting how they just they display the health in quadrants.
Oh, I'm getting shot from above. All right, we got some bandits over here. I'm gonna go turn them in.
And just do you want to talk about some of the other use cases that like we're hoping people will incentivize people to want to engage in war?
Yeah, I mean we have like the goal here is kind of twofold for war, right? There is the player reward side of it, and then there's the like
Love that.
node reward side of it. Obviously, we want players to be invested in nodes and invested in what they have and what they can do. So, you know, those things are relics, they're services, they're resources, and, you know, these wars can deny and even steal those things from other nodes, but also they're personally rewarding, right? Like, we want to make sure players are getting something immediate for themselves, because obviously we know most players aren't going to run a node, and not every player is going to be invested as nodes as some other players.
Yeah.
So, you know, those personal rewards, as we've talked about a little bit, in the case of this event, will result in a buff farming in this POI. So if there's some sweet loot that you're looking for from this POI, winning here is really valuable because you're higher odds of getting it in the future, or, you know, while you're farming here post this event.
Yeah,
on top of your
go ahead.
Yeah, it's gonna release
on top of your traditional, just
it's
like
gonna take a while for
some
it to
XP
release, so you
and
have
some glint, you know, and potentially those kinds of things, and node currency.
Well, and that's been kind of like a big part of these. So I think we talked about this actually last time we were talking about nodes during the Caravan livestream, but that's been a big part of the design ethos of the nodes team, is like making sure that there are a lot of reasons to participate in nodes, so that you don't just, like, node participation isn't just relegated to that like top 1% most active, most attentive players. Like, you can you still have reasons to contribute and participate for on a lot of axes.
Well, and it's also about making sure that, like, you're not just doing it out of the good of your heart, right? You're doing it because you're getting something for your player progression immediately.
Can we give it, please?
And you can let, like, the big-brained kind of Zerg
on.
leaders
Nico, what?
manage the more high-end.
Right.
What is Nico even talking about?
Holy smokes.
Dude, that dive was insane.
I just ran into a maelstrom. We had some flankers over here. Did not work out for them.
Well, it feels like they're like outnumbering us. Are there any planned protections for just Zerg v Zerg fights? for large-scale PvP?
You know, some of that comes down to how we design the events, right? But some of it also comes down to combat design. This event in particular, we're trying to fan players out by having lots of small things they have to do. And then at the end, when we need to fight over this, channeling this God Spike is when Zergs are supposed to come together, right? So creating a place for Zergs to have something that they want to do, because there are people that do like Zerg combat versus people that prefer the smaller skirmishes.
I think really the way you incentivize it too is like there's no stopping players from Zerg v Zerging if they want, but if the objectives reward maximally, like splitting your forces,
I think this looks awesome.
And ways we do that is we'll create simultaneous objectives in very highly different areas of the map. So if you're a one big Zerg ball, you might be winning your encounters, but you're not winning at you know, divide and conquering, so to speak. So
I don't think they're gonna make it look
eventually
like
players will learn like, yeah, if we play this way, we're not going to be as effective.
But I mean, they're gonna get player feedback. Oh, that was a cool build.
You need more imbued blood.
Yeah, we're falling really far behind.
Oh no.
Wait, who's winning? I never saw APOC gameplay, but I could go look at
those
it.
Those are the
also
off of the bandits.
I like these.
Those are off the bandits, right?
Maybe we should break up and have everybody kind of try to get the bandits.
I don't want it to look like WoW though.
Yeah, I know a pretty good spot for the bandits, but it's kind of in dangerous territory.
Yeah, so they're gonna win. The other team's gonna win.
To take the risk. The enemy progress is pretty high.
I do believe danger is all of our middle names, so this should work out.
True.
All right, so it's just south and west of the enemy's camp.
Okay. Let's try to move south and west.
Well, they upgraded it to Unreal Engine 5, so I don't know. Yeah. Not sure, Vendetta.
South and west.
Oh, not gonna make it there. Social media man, why?
Social media man.
Social media man.
Truly the bane of everyone's existence.
Dude, that guy's got a crazy KD on me.
Oh no. Gotta work on that Nemesis system, right?
Yeah, no. They said, you know,
That's
APOC
right.
was just for practicing
got him,
servers,
though.
but dude,
Right in time
Alpha
for
2 is
Cryo
gonna
to kill
be
me.
soon,
From
bro.
Hell's Heart.
Alpha 2 soon. Ooh, I can't wait. Uh-oh,
Okay.
enemy's gonna...
Oh, who's our raid leader? I need to raid it, like. I
It's,
just saw a ranger run past
it's
me.
Apocalypse. Ashes of Creation Apocalypse.
That was concerning. Mildly concerning.
I'm in danger.
It was their BR that they
Who's our raid
released
leader?
before to test. Who's our raid leader?
I'm not sure.
Is it Vaknar?
Vaknar's on his way.
In fact,
Yeah, so it was a BR that they did to test the servers a long time ago.
They've beaten us to the channel point.
So now things become even more challenging for us because we've got to balance holding them off of the objective while also trying to get more resources. So this is a tough spot for us to be in for sure.
Yeah,
Now-
this is rough. Now we have ways to deal with that, though, right?
Now there is some built-in catch-up mechanics. In a few minutes here, some scholars are going to spawn across the POI. They'll be marked on our map. And they're going to increase the time it's required for the enemy to channel and drop a hefty amount of the materials we need to turn in to be able to channel ourselves.
Okay, that's good.
So, but these guys are, you know, group difficulty for people above at our level. We're definitely not going to be able to send just like a small squad of 1 or 2 people.
Where are those? Where we should gather up? Gather up at the headquarters.
Yep. Looks like they're popping in
So
right now.
they have to harness
If you look
the-
at your map, they're these little red swords.
Okay.
Okay.
This is very original Alterac Valley style.
Let's get the team to kind of regroup.
Original,
Let's
you know, like
regroup
they
at the
have to get
headquarters, and then we
resources to
can-
do this. So,
Try to make our way to those locations. And what are those again?
Those are scholars that are helping the process of channeling. So if we kill them, it'll make it slower for them, and we'll steal some of their materials.
Got it.
Keenan
I am grouped up at the base.
loves
That also has
climbing
a
things.
respawn point. They are not related
Hardcore.
facts. I definitely didn't just get killed by Tret.
Oh no.
No, that can't happen.
No, Trad's never killed anyone in his life.
I'm a pacifist fighter.
All right. Let's head
Yeah.
out.
All right, so there's going to be a scholar over here. Looks like some of our guys are already engaging
what
it.
I'm actually curious though
All right, let's
is
go. Let's do
Oh,
this.
we got it.
if they'll be
Oh, we
able to
actually
do
already
any
killed them.
sorts of esports
You'll
for
love
this
to see
game,
it.
so that have some competitiveness with it. But I don't know.
Now they're
Similar
really
to
taking
what
their
WoW
sweet
has.
time going to channel, though.
That's good. So we've killed 1 out of 4 of the scholars.
Yep. I'm heading to the next one right now, but I'm gonna need some
Pocket
healers.
I'm gonna keep an eye on them, see what they're doing.
Justo, you have my
Maybe
focus wand?
No,
Sword?
Trad's here camping me.
my dog is
Yeah,
laying
you can
right
see it.
next to me. It's great.
Okay, they're definitely about to channel. Or they are channeling.
I need heals.
I need heals,
I think we might need to
Wheels
try to
down.
interrupt their channel.
dude. I don't care. This is awesome. I don't give a fuck.
All right, Dread's down. We got to take the scholar down.
Yeah, we got a good group here.
God Spike Scholar.
They are. Is that so? The progress bar, is that their channel progress?
That's their
right.
channel progress, yeah.
Oh no.
So it should have just gone down. We just took one of the scholars down.
Nice.
And killing all the scholars effectively doubles their channel time.
Okay.
We've got 2 scholars left to kill if we can hold them off long enough.
And yeah, we're almost at 100 of the imbued blood, so we still need people killing the bandits while we delay them with the channel.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've engaged the
50%.
next one, but it
I
seems like
see.
no
I
one
know what you're
followed me
talking about.
here.
But it could also be something as similar to like PvX style
check out
stuff
their-
like
I'm right here. What did you stuff?
MDI, where you're actually killing PvE. You know what I mean? Criden! Keep fucking up your name.
Check out their headquarters.
Criden! Dude. Ashes! You know what I mean? It could be like PvE, but it's
Oh, no.
PV like EVP. You know what I mean?
I'm in danger.
Where you're not actually doing PvP.
Here, turn
but
on
you're
these
doing-
guys.
No worries, Crichton. This is up on YouTube as well. I'm multi-streaming this one, so.
Oh no. I'm gonna see if I can try to distract them.
I'm at like 50%.
What can you do?
Goat, I think, is the one. Oh no, Keenage. Keenage is the one. He's almost at 50%.
No. Leave me alone.
We need to take out Keenage.
Yo.
Where's the squad? It looks like all...
We're coming in.
Don't mind me.
Oh, we only need 2 more, we only need 2 more blood.
Hey, I'm just vibing over here. What are you guys doing?
Yo!
Alright, we gotta clear...
Uh-oh.
We have to clear the enemy team off the God Spike to be able to channel.
That was sick!
I did a little dive bomb on Keenan. If anybody
Oh
here to
no,
follow
that's
up.
a lot of red. Oh
I'm
god.
on my way.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Nice.
Oh,
Good
Kingdom's
retake.
down. Okay, there we go.
Hell, well.
But Halo's had PvP
All right.
since Halo 2.
We've got some clerics on the point if we want to have people try to channel.
So I'm not
Really,
sure what
it
you
would have been
fully mean.
embarrassing
You
to
mean
lose to
Halo
a
1
ranger,
just
you know?
fun times?
Oh, no. They're definitely pretty injured.
All right.
If we
It's
can push
Xeonin.
in.
Keep heals on Xeonin.
Take my buff.
Aw, dude. Remember System Link between Xboxes digital?
We'll
I
see
remember
if I can dive
System
bomb them
Link.
again.
Yes! I love that. That's so sick. Sweet, we got a
Got
dive
the
bomb.
pocket heals.
I'm down, Nathan. You got the pocket res.
No.
I'm never having you on my team again, dude.
Oh no. Xeonin left. Are you even in the raid, bro? How am I supposed to res you if you're not in the raid?
No, I fell out of the raid.
Oh man. Well, it sounds like a skill
Okay.
issue.
Looks like we're channeling.
Oh, we dropped a channel.
They're talking shit in fucking Alpha 1. Alpha 2 hasn't even released and they're already talking shit.
You better heal your channeler. It's gonna be death from above.
Oh no.
I'm trying.
Let me give you some of my mayoral abilities.
Look at that animation.
Oh,
That's
nice.
sick.
Nice. Big buffs coming through.
Push.
Love it.
Push.
Oh no.
I'm super stunned. Why,
Got him.
Trad? Why?
It was worth the death. I had to.
It's like he doesn't even want me to play the game.
Gotta go Zerg diving every now and then.
Keep pushing.
Rambai, we can talk about it in a bit here. We can talk about it.
All right, Eli's a channeler.
Channeler.
Get them heals on him.
Why is he just sitting on his dragon?
We're pushing. We're pushing. Nice. So these mayoral and dragon abilities are pretty impactful. Do you, combat team, do y'all want to talk through like what you guys were going for there, what you're kind of seeing these look like as we kind of move forward into A2?
Yeah, I mean the point at least of the flying mount having such powerful abilities is there's only really expected to be one of them per side, in at least wars like this. You know, because these would be more exclusive to the mayor. So they're intended to be really impactful, and also a high priority target because you can kill the mount and you can kill the rider. So it's on the mayor to be very careful, like when they're putting themselves, you know, in danger, to activate these abilities because they themselves are such a high priority target.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. How are we doing on the channel?
Not good.
We keep getting pushed off of it, unfortunately.
Look at Dret. Damn.
I think like we need to try to organize everyone to move along the left side and try to push into them. Let's see if I can give us one more ability. Here's some. Let's try to push together.
Steven does. He did the
Nice.
mayoral buff again.
I need some pocket heals on Winstead.
Don't do that.
Pocket heals on Winston. Dread going.
Brad, stop trying to kill our channelers. It's not nice.
It isn't nice. There we go.
I
Nice
didn't
use
know
of the
this was a-
walls.
Dread just goes
Was this
in
a
there.
tea
Just
party?
fucks
I
him
wasn't.
up.
Was not informed.
Steven's just going
So
up.
we're having a
and
lot of
then
deaths
dying
here.
from-
I'm sure people are worried about like, what does being in a war mean when your rate of dying probably increases a lot more than what you'd expect when doing normal kind of like PvE gameplay?
Yeah, so during sanctioned PvP events, we turn off typical death
Yep.
penalties, right?
Grandpa,
Like you're not
you're
going
right.
to get
Rogues.
res penalties, you're not going to get XP debt, you're not going to get durability damage. You will still drop the things you have in your inventory, though. Or in your material inventory specifically.
So obviously that's like a big part of this game mode. As far as like the larger idea for material inventory,
Rogues 100%.
what was sort of the thinking behind that, or is that just sort of like a convenient thing to make sure that we're used to things? Oh, there you go.
I mean,
I know
don't stuff your
Steven
material
just likes-
inventory full of stuff
they won.
before
Yeah.
you go to war.
Makes sense to me. You know, when you're right, you're right. What can I say?
They won.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
Now we clean up.
That's a problem.
Victory in death. Winstead scum.
Damn.
Oh my god, they've
It does.
taken it back.
It does have a rogue
How are you guys going
class.
to take advantage of that luck
They just don't
bonus
have it
if, you don't
displayable right
control
now.
the zone?
They're not
We won,
displaying it right
Steven.
now.
Did we win?
We win. You weren't
Yeah.
even paying attention.
Oh, how did we win?
We finished channeling.
It was my clutch heals ignoring the siren song of Justo endlessly asking for reses and focusing on real targets.
I
You
thought
guys
Trad
may
kept
have won the
killing you.
war, but you will not win the
battle. I think that's a little backwards.
Sephiroth, it's going well, man. We're
You
watching
may
the
say
new-
that, Keenan, but if you look at the point distribution, we're 800 to 304 right now.
Ooh, that's right. Let's take a look at that.
How'd you guys get so many points?
Well, we won objectives and killed you a lot.
So, okay. So we completed the event. That's obviously not the end of the war though, right?
Correct. So
Ah.
basically, the way wars are structured is a war contains phases, and phases contain events. So there are conditions to win a phase, and then there are conditions to win a war. Winning a phase gets you some amount of like in the moment rewards and some more long-term rewards. Winning events gets you some amount of in the moment rewards and long-term rewards, and then the war is like the massive objective that you're competing towards.
Got it.
So what we have gotten, if you open up your map, you can hover over this blue banner. You notice Highwayman Hills is controlled by Miraleth now.
Ah, so we've made an incursion into their area.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
so now all of the territory
Yes!
associated with Highwayman
Ah.
Hills is ours, and the node XP from here goes to our node. And as a way to kind of incentivize players to play here, we've given a luck buff in this area as well.
A luck
so
buff.
you can get increased loot drops while you're here, farming for your node.
Nice. So the citizens of Miraleth are rewarded for some period of time based on the event outcome.
Correct. So if we had lost, we would not be getting this buff or siphoning this node XP, and Winstead would be getting this buff for successfully defending their home.
Now, obviously, this is one of many different war events, and one of the war events reward types. What are some of the other events that we're going to be introducing during Alpha 2?
Yeah, so a big one we want to do is the service denial. So that'd be like turning off your caravansary or shutting down your construction buildings for a period of time, right? So like,
dude, I
you
can't
built
wait
the
for
best
Alpha 2
blacksmith
digital
on the server, and we don't want this node gearing up for something, or we're trying to compete with them, and we want the best blacksmith at our node, so we're gonna go to war and try and shut down that service for a period of time.
Okay, cool.
Oh shit! Oh, he just got. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, the kind of most exciting
He's just flying
post
around.
A2 one that we want to do is is relic based, where you could potentially steal a relic from a node or destroy their relic so it's reintroduced into the world, and you can and now your node can acquire it.
Awesome.
Sick, dude.
And then obviously we have, we talked a little bit about the mount and how we're going to be moving that to level 3, the level 3 village node for the purposes of entrance A2. Same with the mayoral abilities, and those mayoral abilities are only
A2 July, please.
activatable during events or outside of the events as well.
So the mayoral abilities you used in the showcase are only activatable during a war. So that means you could activate it, now that the event's over, you could still use that ability, but only within the context of this PvP kind of state that the two nodes are in. But the mayors will also get access to like special abilities they can use during sieges as well that are unique to sieges.
Oh, very cool. Love it. Now, obviously, people watching the showcase today about the Node War and the Node War events, performance is something that we are going to be getting really into over the course of the next, we have gotten into over the course of the last couple of months, but we're really going to be digging into it over the course of the next couple of months as well. What can players expect to see both on the client side and on the network side? Talk to me a little bit about that, Zach, that work.
So for the client side, we really expect this to be like a seamless experience to where we're going to have some like dynamic load balancers that help, the best case and the worst case, where the best case is you're, in a group by yourself.
June, July, August is Q3.
The visual fidelity of that should be just as good as the visual fidelity of, the large scale
July,
sieges
August,
or node
September.
wars and things like that. So, we're going to be refining our character shaders, and everything is going to be really in the back end, right? So, the player experience should really be seamless, and we handle everything under the hood to make sure that you get good frame rate during these different types of experiences.
And players are also going to have a lot of options when it comes to kind of tuning that experience for their specific hardware. I know one of those that we recently have instituted is DLSS. You want to talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the DLSS integration has been great. On the 40 series NVIDIA cards, we've been able to like nearly double our frame rate just by enabling the feature, right? So it's been a pretty big win for us.
Yeah. And then obviously, one aspect of the game that you guys are witnessing currently in the showcases that we've given over our different features has been visual effects as a whole. There is currently underway a lot of revisiting some of those effects from a performance standpoint, as well as from like a visual soup standpoint with regards to these larger scale battles. And this hasn't been something obviously that we have traditionally focused on because we're still actively in the development process of these particular archetypes and all these abilities. But now that we have kind of those base kits ready to go for start of Alpha 2, we're going to be focusing in on refining them and making them more friendly both on the performance side as well as on the visual language side also, right, Keenan Trad?
Yeah, that's right. It's nice when those things go hand in hand. Like, you don't want to see too much, but what you do want to see, you want it to look good, so.
Also, not just from a aesthetic standpoint, but reading the most important gameplay information is going to be key. Like, we have to identify, like, what are the most important telegraphs for someone to be able to identify an ability that they're expected to respond to, versus just the other kind of fluff and noise that it is more for the the visual fantasy of it. So we have to kind of consider gameplay information first.
Love that animation. Damn it.
Absolutely.
Sweet, we need
Hey,
dragons.
if everybody wants to come over near the Miraleth side headquarters, we're kind of gathering up here as we finish chatting about the showcase a little bit. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think people will kind of see the progression that we are reaching now towards Alpha 2. There's a lot of kind of performance-related tasks, polish and getting ready for external players to come in and participate. I will say one thing that has been very beneficial, and the studios is very appreciative of our interaction with the Phoenix Initiative group, but they have been really successful in assisting us playtest this particular gameplay feature, that is wars and the war events, but also they did so with the caravans, and will continue to do so over the course of the next couple of months, and we will begin to, at some point in the very near future, extending that out as we draw closer to Alpha 2 to some Alpha 1 participants also. Hey, let's keep it friendly. Let's keep it friendly. Let's not attack
Here,
these poor people.
I can solve that, Steven.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's see. Oh,
Fuse to the peacemaker.
We have done it. Well done.
While
Well
rubbing the
done.
score in our faces.
Yeah.
I know, really.
You gotta.
Very nice.
Gotta let them know.
Now, mass combat is going to be something that is tested as part of obviously Alpha 2. You guys are seeing here a brief taste of that as it relates to these node wars and these node war events. But there are going to be PvE contents, raids, world bosses that players are going to be expected to kind of interact with in a similar fashion of player density.
So much to do.
A lot of that performance work we were talking about obviously goes to make sure that those experiences are enjoyable, that they are running smoothly for the players. That's going to be our focus over these next few months here.
There's gonna be so much to do. I can't wait.
Talk to me about war rewards. What are the types of war rewards that we are going to be starting Alpha 2 with, but also going to be implementing in the long run, Chris?
Sorry, multitasking again, Steven.
No
One more
worries.
time.
Yeah, just talking a little bit about kind of the war rewards that are going to be available obviously now, but also as we continue into Alpha 2. What are some of those rewards that we want to kind of get up and running?
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a large laundry list, but I can hit you with a couple few here.
That's so cool.
The big ones that we want to hit are, pulling up my list.
Nice.
So obviously, like, you're seeing the buffs with winning teams. I talked a little bit about, like, disabling services, siphoning gold from the enemy node. We want to do temporary mayorship control, where the winning mayor can kind of take over a limited control of the node that they defeat. Reducing taxes for the citizens within that winning node, obviously stealing their node XP, which is what we're doing here. And then we also want to do stuff where this enables new content that is exclusive for the winners, right? Like, doing this means a raid boss spawns that, that the winners can participate in killing.
Awesome. Very cool. What are some other topics that we, I was definitely zoned in a little bit during
Phantom is in there too.
Gameplay there for the event. So,
way.
What are some of the topics that we kind of, wanted to chat about as well? We can bring up now. I know that we had mentioned the mount abilities. We talked a little bit about the mounts. How that's going to work. There's also going to be mount abilities that are for basic land mounts as well. Those will be at entrance for Alpha 2. So it's not that just obviously the mayors have access to these cool, dragon mounts, but players will obviously have access to mounts and some mount abilities also. That's work that you've been doing, right, Trad, with Red?
Exactly. Yeah. And those are already in progress as well. They won't be as spectacular, epic, and raid impacting as the mayoral ones, because we have to account for potentially 100 of them present instead of
Right.
2. But like you'll still have stuff you can do to more at a personal level, like getting like a CC break or a sprint, that kind of stuff. So
cool, awesome. All right, well, guys, that was fun. I really enjoyed it, and played well, and obviously there's still a ways to go when it comes to continuing
That's
to
cool.
develop this ahead of A2. But I think that what we're looking for from the community is to kind of talk to us about how you felt with regards to the event, the Node War system as a whole, the mass PvP. These are obviously things that we want to get feedback on. We've gotten, as I said, a tremendous amount of feedback when it comes to our PI testers. But now, as you guys are getting an opportunity to kind of see this for the first time, what it plays out as, and just to remind everyone, like, these events are not the Node War, and the Node War is not just these events. Outside of the prime-timed events, which is for a particular server location, may occur between 6 and 8 p.m. Local time for that server. Outside of that, there is still the war overall, and that war overall is essentially being openly flagged for PvP with the citizens of the 2 nodes. Give us
What
your
would be
thoughts
cool
about
is a
that,
month
about the
announcement
system.
this stream and a date.
It is a
next
key
stream.
component of the PVX aspect, and it does carry with it some significant rewards. Obviously, keeping in mind that visual effects, performance, UI are still a work in progress. A lot of that is getting touched up over the next few months. But give us your thoughts about what you saw here today. With that being said, I must say to our Phoenix Initiative, job well done. Your assistance is always very much appreciated, as well as our glorious guests, our engineers,
Glorious.
Kyle, Keenan, Zach, along with our designers, Trad and Chris, and of course, our lovely producer, Nathan. You guys have done a phenomenal job in standing up this particular feature for A2. I think I speak for the community when I say everyone is very excited to play this, to compete with one another, their friends, and to have some rivalry in jest, as it is meant to be. Obviously, that's what MMOs are all about. With that being said, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys out in the community enjoyed it, and we will see you back on stream very soon. Bye, everybody.
That was good.
Thanks, y'all.
That was good.
Cheers.
That was
GG.
good.
Bye.
Of course, it's always a work in progress, and they're going to constantly keep working on it. So once the flood happens with Alpha 2 players.
We are back, and I'm going to play the video whilst we chat, so you can. I'll kind of fast forward here, so
we did it.
We did
Wynn
it.
Said
We
did not win. I didn't even notice.
It's actually a game.
It's funny. You're like, we won.
But to be fair, that's what I was
didn't even
talking
know
about
they
earlier,
won.
right? There's still a lot of
Yeah,
UI
Zeus,
work.
they're working
the
on this,
proper
man.
toasts and like fanfare when the
It did
victory
pop up, but I
occurs.
think you do.
It was just it was. I was like too drilled in on the on the battle.
It's hard sometimes, and you can tell whenever like folks stop talking is because they're like concentrated on the battle. But I do want to preface again before we get into some questions that we gathered questions. So thank you, Vaknar and Roshan, and our social media man as well for popping in questions and making some notes here for us. But
Yeah,
of
they-
course we
they
did
did the
say
battle
at the
beta for a
preface
while,
that
and then
everything here is work in progress.
Alpha 2 is in
all of our
quarter
UI,
3 of this year,
everything.
Zeus.
But specifically, we
I didn't
made
know
a
you
mention
played
of
it.
the effects and performance that we're very aware of and that
But
we're
yeah.
working towards. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about that again, Stephen.
Sure.
Just because I saw
absolutely.
it like as a lot of people were talking about it, and we're very much aware. That's why we prefaced it.
Yeah, for sure. We did preface it just to what's the opposite of preface? Suffice?
Suffice,
Oh,
yeah.
Just to no, wait, no, wouldn't be. I don't know, whatever.
We're making
But,
a sandwich.
Just to reiterate, obviously the focus over the course of the next couple months is going to be really to drill in on the visual effects language, that soup that we kind of see in the middle of battle. Some refinement to be there, and it's already been underway. There's been some reapproach to the mage effects that you guys have seen.
Yeah, they've changed a lot apparently.
Also,
from
keep in
what
mind, like
from what I
we
heard,
have
because
significant lighting
Vendetta
changes that
did
are
play it,
happening as well.
and he said
that
it was
can
more
affect
cartoony,
visual
like
effects,
WoW
and
and
need to
such.
kind of go back and iterate on the visual
They've-
effects based on the lighting changes.
Visuals look
We're
still really
deploying
good.
those lighting changes over the course of this sprint, so that's over the next week or so, week and a half. And that's and we've been waiting to kind of really go and tune the visual effects until those changes come in. Otherwise, we'd have to do it 2 times, right? So keep in mind, we're aware of that. That is something we are working on. Because you're seeing something in a work in progress state, you're going to see things that aren't quite up to where we want them to be yet, because we're actively working on them. On the UI front, our UI team is phenomenal. They're an unbelievable team, very capable artists and designers.
They just saw a lot of
And
icons,
engineers.
like
I
it, where
didn't
it says
play the
icon,
art.
you know,
I didn't
'cause
know
we're still
about it.
making
Yeah.
those icons.
And,
I didn't know about
and
it back
again,
then.
like part of the fact that you guys get to see the game in development
Definitely more
without
like
the
WoW
veil
and FF14
is
though.
you're gonna see
WoW,
those things,
more like
right?
WoW.
And UI is under the gun to service pretty much every system in the game. And because of that, some of this stuff is just somewhere in their backlog and not as high priority. Because they're still getting some of the functional systems up and running. But those passes will be had also.
Well, I don't
before
want
entrance
over
of A2.
stylized
On the
gameplay for an
performance side,
MMO. It doesn't
Zach
need to be.
Mallet and Zach Strange have done
This is just
a
the
phenomenal
PvP
job
aspect.
on the networking
There's
team,
also going to be the boss
engineering team,
fights.
tech art
This
side.
is still alpha 2. They can stylize other
kind of,
things.
taking
I
what
saw a little
is
bit of the gameplay when I was
the
looking at the
maelstrom
wiki.
of development and
When I was
starting
looking at
to
the wiki,
now
I mean, it looks like it was
hone
way
it
over
in
stylized, like
better
Fortnite
client
graphics.
performance, but also network performance side. Next month, we're going to have a deep dive on performance and kind of give you guys some insight there. I guess I'm spilling a little bit of the beans on what that's going to look
Cool.
like, but
A little teaser.
yeah, little
It's going to be
teaser.
very tech heavy, so prepare yourself. But we'll
It
make it entertaining.
It'll be tech heavy, but it'll be entertaining. But also, it's very important, and I think it gives you guys a look at some of the more nitty gritty side of development. It's not going to be as shining and awe as the Node War demonstration,
3D
but it's going to give you insight to how we approach these massive problems, not just problems for us as a project, but problems for games in general. How do they service such high player densities? What is our proprietary approach to doing that? And basically the ace up the sleeve that is trying to make another massively multiplayer, online role playing.
Yeah, I don't know, Zeus. I'd have to.
That is something that is still having work done. They're doing a phenomenal
I'm
job.
going to be getting some footage of the older APOC for my YouTube video here soon, so I'll be seeing the gameplay.
Yeah. So I'm going to get into these questions. We have a lot, so let's get through them. The first one here is there going to be a system that lets opposing nations sabotage war preparations, like a rogue sneakily burning food storage or poisoning the water supply, prohibiting a war from even starting?
Yeah, I think so important note on the war starting, right? We talked a little bit about at the start of the video how mayors kind of need buy-on from the citizens in order to achieve that. Part of that buy-on requires the acquisition of certain resources. So when you think about like espionage, okay, I have someone who's telling me that a war commission has just been initiated by the mayor. Now, that approach is somewhat.
I'm sure it's still
going to
be fun, Zeus.
Of introducing this Node War gameplay loop for Alpha 2. Long run goal there is that there will be reputation.
I'm gonna go heat up some food.
That we haven't
I'm still
implemented
listening.
yet between nodes, and you will see as reputation scores deteriorate. And when they deteriorate, it serves as a predicate for the mayor to now have the option to start those war procedures. Now, still in the long run, you're going to require buy-in from the citizens. And when people catch wind of that, there are ways to disrupt, to prevent the acquisition of some materials in order to acquire the war scroll, to influence the land management score of the surrounding area, to capture caravans that are moving those supplies to the node. Like those are all, 10,000 foot level strategy, not tactics, but strategy. And how do I stop a rival node where I see my reputation score with them is low enough that they could start these actions? And now I'm starting to see rumors and whispers of the citizens supplying the things that the node needs in order to act on this war. So just keeping in mind, like the intent is to provide that political intrigue, to give those types of actions to the players where they can disrupt those activities.
And likewise, if your mayor initiates something like that, like a commission like that, if you as the citizens do not want to complete that, you do not have to do those objectives, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That is So again, like the commission approach is a temporary approach just for the purposes of Alpha 2 to give the gameplay loop a space. But it still represents what you just described. Citizens have to buy in. And the way in Alpha 2 they're going to buy in is by completing those commissions. Now, let's say the majority of citizens don't want to complete those commissions. Then the mayor is not capable of utilizing the action, and they've wasted that commission slot for some period of time and the cost associated with deploying it as a result. So mayor kind of has to be in tune with the desires, the will, the mandate, you might say, from a political perspective, of what their populace wants.
All right. And then the next question is something we've talked about a few times, but I feel like it's something that, was brought up because of the massive scale of war.
Sure.
Is will there be VoIP options for people, like voice over IP options?
Not at the entrance of A2. That's not in scope for what entrance A2 will be. However, during A2, we are going to have
VoIP?
regular updates to the game where we're introducing new content, new zones, new features, essentially these will be regular updates. Voice over IP is an intended feature that exists within 3 spaces: taverns, parties, and raids. So otherwise, we're going to rely on you and your social circle, in Discord to kind of have voice over IP. But in the areas where we expect players to interact with people they don't know, right, or to meet new people that they don't want to have to share a Discord link with, or, take the interaction beyond just the surface level, hey, you're in the same raid as me, we will provide that option through a voice over IP within those areas.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before. So those of you who have been here for ages, you know that, but I just want to preface, because some people are just joining us today. This is your first time seeing Ashes of Creation. I want to make sure that you are aware and it has context. The next question is, are there any plans to have upkeep costs to war in addition to the initiation costs? It would be incredibly compelling to know that crafters and gatherers would have to work double time to ensure that the war can go on, or even stop supporting the war if they find it unnecessary.
Not necessarily within the war context. However, I think the crux of that question is, how do we include,
kind of like what I said earlier.
How do we include material resource requirements, active artisanship engagement, like all of these other gameplay systems? How are they interconnected with a political event like war? And the way we achieve that is, obviously there are things that can enhance your war preparedness or your war efficacy through the use of unique weapons during war, unique upgrades to your guards by supplying resources to the barracks so that you have stronger guards at your headquarters, or weapons and shields and armors that can be utilized through the barrack system. In addition, vehicle support for sieges. Like, there's a lot of different ways where crafting and artisanship plays a role as enhancing, not necessarily maintenancing, a particular war or feature.
I did hear some people asking about that stuff. So I think that crafters out there will be excited.
Hey, craft, just to be clear, crafters are the shit in Ashes.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
I said that in the past.
Our world
but it's
revolves around them. Yeah.
Absolutely.
In a lot of
So
ways.
it's not just crafters are relevant for player-to-player trading. Crafters are relevant for a lot of gameplay loops within Ashes, and not, again, in a way to kind of inhibit those things from occurring, but rather to enhance them, to give you a leg up, or your side a leg up.
Well,
Right.
looks like
And
we're
then
all being
people want to know, is
crafters.
it possible to be hired as a mercenary when I'm not a citizen of the node, which are in war? Like if I want to...
As a mercenary, there's not a direct like mercenary contract kind of system. However, there will be certain war scrolls that will be available in the future, not obviously at the entrance of A2, but there will be certain war scrolls that could be cooperative, right? That allow multiple nodes to kind of joint declare war, and also potential defensive pacts and treaties that exist at the at the diplomacy level between nodes. So those types of systems are intended.
And I guess the people over on Discord got a bingo. For those of you who don't ever hang out in the Discord, I highly recommend it. There's like a watch party going on. They make a bingo card every week or every month where they try to like guess what's gonna show up on the live stream. I didn't look to see what it was, but they got
What
one.
was the bingo? They got a bingo?
Yeah.
It was
they have-
probably that I cursed.
I don't know what the final thing that got them the bingo was. Then I just saw someone screaming, "We got bingo!" Can we declare war outside of server prime time and PvP for 20 hours without gaining corruption?
You can declare war outside of the server prime time. The key about server prime time is that events cater to prime time, right? So these inflection points where our expectation from a gameplay design is to allow or afford players an opportunity to participate in
This is gonna
highly
be crazy when this
impactful,
launches, man.
events
So
within
much
the game.
to do, so much
Those
to
get delegated to
track
prime
of.
time. So this event that you saw today, while the whole war is not determined by that event, success within the event grants additional score, point score to the overall war. And there may be multiple events that occur over a multi-day war between nodes that the sides can catch up in. Prime time does not influence war declaration. So you could have a war declaration occur at an off-hour time, but ultimately a war declaration is primarily just we're openly flagged against each other, and these events will spawn during prime time that we need to make sure our organization, our citizens are organizing
Available.
for and aware. Yes, exactly.
Are you aware?
And it was a naughty word. That got
I
you
knew
bingo.
it.
I've been informed from all spaces. People are pinging me. They really wanted me to know. The next one is, would a team get more points for killing a mayor?
Chatting about node war.
Yeah, so we've talked about that in the past. That is not just a mayor. We've talked about expanding that out to special positions within the node.
Okay.
So like head of a social organization or head of a religious organization. We want those positions to be potentially more prized positions, so they could score more points. But alternatively, they also might have some powers during war as well, as we saw with the mayoral abilities. So yes, that is
And those
definitely an
mayoral
intent.
abilities you can only really use during the wars, when those wars are happening. You can't just
That's
use them
correct,
willy-nilly
yeah.
all the time, because that
Yeah,
was something that people brought up.
Correct. Mayoral abilities are used during war or during sieges. So to be clear, what we're talking about is wars. There is a different type of conflict that occur for nodes. Those are sieges. Those are very acute event-based situations where you are, warned ahead of time that this is up and coming, and the sieges are also delegated to prime time.
Cool. And then, will there be any way to differentiate color-wise between ally and enemy spells?
That's a good question. I do not believe that is something that we are intending to do. That could potentially be considered some type of accessibility option that we might be able to service from a tech art side of applying some type of Fresnel, to the effects, or I'm not sure. That's a good question. I know that there's been discussion and some plans around that potentially as an option, but I don't have a good answer at this point right now.
Yeah. It's definitely a thing, because people are like, well, how do I know if that's an enemy thing that I need to stand in or a friendly thing that I need to stand in? So we've had the conversations for sure. After declaring war, are your enemies auto flagged in the war zone, or just your citizens?
WoW does that for that.
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
After declaring war, are your allies also auto flagged in the war zone, or just citizens? So let's say I'm not a citizen of this node. I walk into Highwayman Hills and there's a full-on battle happening. Am I auto flagged as an ally of that node?
So previously we had discussed in the past about alliances being on the hook for sieges. we had historically gone back and forth with regards to wars. I believe that the position we're in now from a design perspective is that certain war scrolls and war types will induct alliances as participants of the declared war, but not all wars will. So that is predicated on the war scroll used, I believe.
Right. And then is there a cap of how many players can do a node war objective? And can more people join while it's still in progress?
A node war objective. You mean like in the event?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the events are not intended to be capped. Right now, our goal is to provide a setting where in the open world, players can, if they are citizens of the node or participants of the event or the war, that they can move in at any time during the event.
That's crazy.
And participate. That may be something that depends on the event type, as Justo said during the node
It's
war.
leftover birthday cake. I'm trying to get through it.
There
One
will be
piece a
different
day.
types of events. I wouldn't rule out that some of those events might be participant restricted.
You're okay. And then people want to know about the dragons. Obviously, they were, each mayor had a dragon that is specific to Node Wars. Can the dragon be killed? What happens if a dragon dies? And is there a cooldown?
Yes. So
Dragonmar. This guy's name is Dragonmar.
For the purposes of Alpha 2 entrance, the intent is to provide dragons to mayors. We had talked about dragons being delegated to level 6 nodes. That is still the case in the long run. However, we have the technology and the system built, so we want to afford players the opportunity to interact with that during Alpha 2. And as a result, we are going to amend the predicate requirements to only be a mayor of any node level. Now, that particular mount and any potential armors that might also be associated as a mayoral grant will be timed and associated with the mayor's term. When that term ends, they will lose access to those things. The intent for the gameplay space that the mount exists within is that during certain events, whether it be a war event, or a siege, the mayor will have the ability to utilize that mount. And that will likely come with some cost up front that the mayor needs to pay.
We're just watching the live stream
here.
here.
And when the mount dies,
she
they
does
will
not
have
live
to
in Colorado.
Essentially, be
Zeus.
subject to a cooldown period for the mount to be available again to use, and have to pay the cost again. So it is a high risk, high reward type setting, because that mount affords a unique set of abilities that the mayor then has access to for that particular event.
And for this demonstration, we asked people to not kill the dragons, not steal the dragons, just to leave them alone, specifically for this battle, just because we were trying to resolve some things. So just if people are wondering why,
there's still some outstanding work there.
Yeah.
On the mount tech. Right now, the mount tech is very universal, and we need to have some specific additional work done on how the mayoral mount exists. So part of that is like its death state. So we didn't want it to die during this, because the death animation isn't respective of the fly versus ground state for the locomotion of the dragon. That would have looked weird. So we kind of made sure people wouldn't attack and kill the dragon for this demonstration, because we're still working on that. And in addition, rights to mount the dragon.
I see. So they did
have to be predicated.
They've made it where the dragon is invulnerable,
title,
basically,
which is still outstanding work.
and just because I know that some people who have bought packs might have a question about this, as a mayor, will I be able to swap out the cosmetics for the gliding mount or flying mount look of my...
The cosmetic overrides might not be available at the start of Alpha 2. We're going to see about that. However, the intended experience going forward beyond the entrance criteria of Alpha 2 is that you will be able to apply the relevant mount cosmetic to the type of mount that it can be applied to. So if you have royal mount cosmetics, you can apply them to royal mount types in game.
Yeah, and obviously the Drake of the Canopy is a cosmetic, so it will not be the default. It's just what we're using right now to set the preface for that.
It was cool, so I wanted to use the, it was you're in
I'm
little
glad you think it's cool.
forest,
I
you
got to
the-
design that one, so for
It's
me, I
very
was like, it's
pretty.
cool being able to see it in the game.
Yes, I saw some people were calling it the Canadian dragon mount.
Yeah, because
of
it's supposed
the
to look
leaves.
like the whole point of it was it's supposed to look like a leaf kind of coming down.
I
which-
feel like in that situation we should have had like syrup dripping off of the wings or something if we wanted to be fully Canadian. But
I
and
wasn't
when it
going for the
roared, it should have
Canadian
just
vibe,
said
but-
a boot.
Oh no. Moving on from there, we have: can all nodes go to war, or is this limited to vassals?
All nodes of stage 3 or higher can declare war or be declared upon. However, the jury is still out from a design perspective on whether or not nodes within a vassal structure can declare war against other vassals. They surely cannot do it against their parent, but there is some discussion about whether or not nodes can have wars potentially with each other, or certain types of war scrolls against other vassals. That probably
Cali
is
is
not going to be the
expensive.
case. It'll probably be the case that wars can only be declared against other vassal structures.
And could you declare war on a node that's really far away from you, or
Oh, yeah.
does it have to? Because okay, cool.
Yeah, no proximity requirements.
Cool. And then the next one here is, I think we already answered the mayoral ability one. And then, why are some enemies' health plates shown completely, and why are others shown in quarters? I know that I don't know if we've answered this before, but we definitely were answering this in voice chat and in text chat. So I just wanted to clarify for people who are watching this stream so they have an understanding.
Yeah, so enemy nameplates are shown in quarters. And the reason for that is, as we've discussed in the past, that there is an element of decision making that happens differently in PvP when you
I
do
can see
not
that.
have direct insight into the exact percentage of your enemy target. This provides a bit of fog of war and non-specific calculation to the types of rotation and abilities that you're going to use. That obfuscation, in my opinion, is more compelling. Now, why can you see other nameplates with full health? That's because those are your allies. Those
Or they're
people
NPCs.
or they're NPCs, correct. They're allies or NPCs. So you will see NPC exact hit points because prescribed rotations is I don't feel anything unique in a PvE setting. And then obviously if you're in a raid, if you're in a guild, if you're a fellow citizen, if you're in a party, you can see their hit point exact values as well. And then additionally, you may have seen from the different perspectives, each of us as a player had different settings that we're comfortable with regards to nameplates. There's a lot of customization options that are available for nameplate settings that players have the ability to kind of, curate for their own experience.
That'd be kind of cool. What
All right,
chat
and
is
with
saying.
that, we're going to wrap up our Node Wars preview section and move
That was a
on.
lot of questions.
I know, and move on to some more stuff. But before we do so, I do want to note that there is a thread up over on our forums. We would love for your feedback on Node Wars, on this Node Wars preview. So if you do have thoughts, please send them over to us. Are there any specific questions you
than
want to
Turgo
ask
being there.
people as they're thinking about their feedback and they're posting feedback for us over on the forums?
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
This was quite the live stream.
The interaction of the node event was the central focus of this particular live stream. What we're wanting to collect feedback on is where's the balance between kind of PvE objectives and PvP objectives? What is the kind of, expectation from a mass battle perspective and like small group teams kind of achieving smaller group objectives. What is the frequency of these events that you want to see, and how much of an impact do you want these events to have on the overall war?
What are some of the types of interactions between nodes that you want to see in these war types, these different types of war rewards that you think might be cool, some of the event rewards that we talked about, incentivizing players, the incursion of territory, the stealing of relics that we talked a little bit about. This is obviously a very big system. It has a lot of connective tissue across other systems as well. And so because of that, any kind of commentary that you guys have from the player's perspective and other games that you've played, which have had either similar features or unique features that you think could be applied.
I don't
feel
think
free
they're
to
going
give
to
us
say
that
anything
feedback.
this
Talk to
stream.
us a little bit about it. And what did you
I don't
like
think they're
about
going to give a
today's
release date
presentation?
at
What do you
all. The
think could have
stream,
been done
or
better?
not release date,
Keeping
but
in mind,
release
of
month.
course,
They're going to do
that,
release month,
visual
release
effects,
date,
UI,
like next
the
stream.
performance. Those are three main categories of areas that we are continuing to work on. So when you see anybody either in Twitch chat, on YouTube, in Discord, on Twitter, wherever you see conversation about what we've showed today, and people say the visual effects look, like soup, or the UI needs work, or whatever, you can feel confident saying Intrepid has addressed that. That is something they are working on. We expect to see updates on that in the future. Let's talk about these things.
It's a work in progress.
What did you think about these things, right?
Yeah, sounds
All
perfect.
jokes. All jokes.
With that, we will move on to studio updates. So let's pull back to the bigger macro of Intrepid Studios. How are things going? How are you feeling things are going towards Alpha 2? Because I feel like that is really the question that players have. We have announced that we will be launching Alpha 2 in Q3. That is where at least where we're planning. If that changes, we will let you guys know, but that is currently still where we're planning to launch Alpha 2.
I think that from a studio 10,000 foot picture, progress towards Alpha 2. I'm still confident that we're going to hit our third quarter date. I believe that that what I'm looking for our team to continue focusing on going into milestone 10 and completing milestone 9 is buttoning up the last remaining feature work, which is relatively minimal at this point. Polish up some of the gameplay systems, some of the visual effects, some of the UI that we talked about, making a big hit on performance, both network and client performance, and then addressing Golden Path and economy work. Those are kind of like, okay, we've set the stage, features are in a good spot for where we expect to enter into Alpha 2. We're representing all the core gameplay systems that we're looking to collect feedback initially from Alpha 2's entrance. And then we have a plan to kind of trickle out additional updates post Alpha 2 entrance. But we need to get the Golden Path down. We need to get the econ side of things down, both from an artisanship, available drop lists, reward tables, and material components. Like all of those things, econ is working on heavily right now and will continue to work heavily on. And then of course the VFX pass, the UI, and the performance, and all the bug fixing.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. I was trying to find a space when you weren't talking. I don't want to interrupt you.
It's all good.
Can you talk a little bit about more what the Golden Path is? Because I know what that is, but I don't think the audience is aware of that.
Yeah. I think the Golden Path is different for every game, right? Like you have a much stronger railroaded Golden Path when you talk about theme park games. That's like, hey, the player starts out at level 1, and by the time they're level 2, they should have done this. By the time they're level 4, they should have done this. By the time they're level 6, they should be here. Right, we have a little bit of a more difficult approach to the Golden Path because our game is not as prescribed. It is intended to be more sandboxy. And because of that, the Golden Path can really take a lot of different directions, and we need to provide those options. Right, exactly. It's not only you can come back and do something at a totally different time. You could just straight 90-degree bolt over towards the Sand Squall Desert or something, right? Like those are kind of the complications that we have when defining a Golden Path. But essentially what a Golden Path is like, by the time a player reaches a certain level, they should have acquired their first mount. They should have completed their first mastery of profession. They should have done these things that have introduced them in a shallow way to a lot of the core gameplay system.
Hello, Misha.
And
Thank you so much for the rate of
they
60.
should have kind of gotten a sense for the world, where they are, who they are, why they are, right? And now be an awareness of these major iconic
Diablo
landmarks
4.
and points of interest.
know
I'm
where
watching
you're,
the
you know,
live stream.
all of that stuff
Thank you
goes
so
into
much. Welcome in,
creating
Raiders.
identity for the game
Let's
and familiarity
go.
for the player.
Misha, thank you so much for
and that's
rating.
essentially what a
I
golden
appreciate
path
that
is.
a ton.
People want you to rename it to a golden
How was
tree instead.
Golden on fire lava ridden tree.
But terminology aside, hopefully that answers the question for you guys. I think everything else was pretty straightforward. Do you want to talk a little bit
Thank you so much
about
for the
our
raid.
hiring and where we are with that
Yeah,
as well?
we have been on fire with regards to hiring. We have brought on board
The office is on fire.
some significant number of
My
people
gosh, I didn't mean to
who
yell.
are
Hi.
talented, best in
Thank you
class
so much.
developers
No, I was
who
kind
are
of trying to talk over them,
MMO centric
but
players that
thank you
are
so much.
excited about
Watching
the
the live
product
stream.
we're producing
How
and
is
can't wait to play
D4?
it themselves.
Oh,
That's always the best
your computer froze.
that you can
Pyro,
hope for
welcome
when
in.
building a team
Pyro.
that is trying to deliver on a promise like Ashes.
There's my doggo.
And so I couldn't be any more ecstatic with that. I know that we've had a lot of applications. We have had a lot of interviews for the team. That can be a bit disruptive to kind of the workflow that we need to have, but I think the team has managed it well. Cameron's done a phenomenal job from a recruiting standpoint with regards to our HR team. So yeah, things are going great.
And if you haven't heard back from us, just give us
Thank you
some
so much
grace.
for the raid.
We've got one awesome recruiter trying to respond to hundreds of applications. So give us some time, but we will get back to you whether you are moving forward with us or not. You will get a response.
Open
so
some
just,
Pokemon.
hang tight.
Thank
and then
you so
with
much.
that, I'm going to move us on to
Sorry,
our
I could have turned down the live stream, but
and
yes.
as usual,
Thank
I
you so much for the raid. I really
provide some
appreciate that.
visuals.
I'm sorry
from
to hear that
our,
your computer died, and then
preview.
congrats again on
So the
being
first
partner.
one
I
here
think that's
is
so
from
sick.
Netromos, who
One
wants
day,
to
one
know
day.
about war logistics. To what extent will logistics and supply lines be integrated into node
Oh yeah, thank you
wars?
so much. Yeah, I've wanted a partner for 7
so,
years. We're going on 7
there
years.
has been some discussion
grinding.
around certain
It's probably gonna
event
be around this
types
game, honestly, but-
requiring those types of supplies within
Mr.
certain
Pyro,
time
happy
frames,
Friday, guys.
right? So kind of
I'm gonna turn this down real quick. So basically, this is Ashes of Creation, a game made by Intrepid Studios. They just showed their Node Wars to give context, and it's coming out like the Alpha 2 is releasing Q3. Cannot wait. I'm gonna be streaming this. Salty, I'm streaming on both platforms. Yes, for a special event at least.
And then Frosty Thundertrod wants
Thank
to
you
know
so
about
much.
avoiding war. Can a mayor
Now, let me share.
voluntarily
I'll have to tune in.
derank their
Thank you for the
node
raid.
to avoid war?
no, they cannot.
And then Demsky wants to know about node war instancing. Are node wars or any part of
Salty,
node wars
Twitch is the
instanced?
superior.
Or will they entirely take place in the open world so that alliances can influence the war?
Happy Friday, though.
We have talked in the past about certain objectives being
Salty
instanced
saying
in
it
order
is.
to control the participation number. So like, for example, if you're in the middle of a war and there's a cave off to the side that holds a special fountain
only gonna do
with water
YouTube
that you
with
need
special
to
occasions.
like magically imbue the primary objective for
Misha,
the war victory.
if you have to
only 8 people
lurk,
can enter, right? And so
Thank you so
pick
much
your
again.
best 8. Exactly. Pick your champion. So like that could be potentially some type of feature component that we incorporate as part of war events in the future. So it could be right now the predominance of war events and war
Thank you
activities
so
will be
much. I
delegated to the
appreciate you,
open
Misha. Misha.
All right.
Misha.
And then
Am
Top
I saying
Wombat.
that? I'm saying that wrong.
I don't know how
probably.
he
Thank
was
you.
selected as
Thank
the
you.
top wombat,
Thank you.
but they are. Vassal. They want to know about vassal wars. Can you please explain the reason why nodes cannot declare war on their parent or vassal nodes?
They've lost that battle already. The reason that they're a vassal is because they were outranked by their parent. And
That's
the
right.
the clutches of vassalship are strong, and any insubordination or uprising is killed in its roots. So if you want like a lore reason, like that's the reason why. If you want from a game design perspective reason, like vassal structures are intended to be supportive. It's not really meant to be a depressing event. You're not supposed to, oh shit, we're vassaled. I'm not going to level up. This is trash. I want to go to a different node. No, when you get vassaled, like you are getting benefits from your parent node. You are now a part of a structure that can assist others and yourself as a result of that relationship. If you don't want to be vassal, then you have an option to leave that node and become a citizen elsewhere, and that's a choice that you can make.
No,
Now,
salty.
with that being said, I did allude to earlier us considering
Because I'm going to make a thumbnail for each special occasion
that might provide vassals the opportunity.
Maybe
to
eventually,
declare
but not
a
now.
war
Not right
against
now.
Other vassals. Whether or not that's going to be something at the launch of the game is a different question. That sounds to me like it could be an interesting expansion kind of update where, certain structures get a little bit kind of complacent and boring, and hey, let's shake it up a little bit and have some rivalry within the vassalship. That sounds kind of cool, but I don't think it's going to be a part of the initial launch of the game.
Pyro, do you play any MMOs? I can't remember.
Leonardo wants to know about large-scale wars. Will node wars between two metropolis nodes mostly manifest in the bordering vassal node network, or will there be systems that incentivize players to invade farther into the heart of an opposing metro vassal network?
Yeah, I don't think that these events are delegated just to the fringe. I think that there are event types which might have an objective to steal a relic from the
This
heart
is going
of
to
a
be an
vassal
MMO,
territory,
so this
right? Like,
not up your alley, but
a
I'm
deep
really excited
dive
for it.
into a territory. I think
Thank you
that
so much for coming on the raid,
Chris
though.
and some of the ideas that the system
That's how you found me, I think, Mr. Pyro, through
regards to
Elamisha.
these war types and these event types, absolutely could utilize some really
you said that before,
dive
Pyro.
into territory. I think that's cool.
Right. And then Falketh wants to know about War Scoreboard. We didn't show this on the screen. For some reason, it didn't pop up for you, but we do have one. Will there be a scoreboard detailing the most active participants' achievements during the node war? Things like players' KDA, damage, healing, dealt, objectives, etc.
Absolutely. You'll be able to see yours, and you will be able to see if I believe it's if people choose to share. We might have added that addition to it, but you'll be able to see yours for sure, and you may be able to see others if they opt in.
Yeah, like it
and
pops
as
up
the
when
mayor,
the event is over, and it kind of shows you your scores.
Yes, yeah. But
we do have
the
it actually
question
in
is,
game right now. I just don't know why Stevens didn't pop up.
I thought I did take a look at that.
Or maybe
I
it didn't.
thought
and I
after we
just
killed
blinked.
after we initially murdered you guys at the gates of Miraleth, I think I opened that up. But but that will be expanded upon in the future. It's kind of bare bones right now. It just reflects your score during the war.
Gotcha.
That was brutal.
And then Draco6 wants to know about war objectives. How many objectives must be completed in order to win a node war? And will they all be PvP style objectives, or will PvE players have a chance to shine?
Yeah, I think that there will be, so again, depending on the war scroll type, there will be unique objectives, some of which intersect with non-PvP style achievements, right?
PvX.
So yeah, well, I mean, PvX or PvP, right? There might be purely PvE objectives that could be a part of acquiring points for the overall war.
It kind of depends on what your mayor chooses to select, right? As like the options.
Yeah, absolutely. The war scroll type is instrumental in the purview of that particular engagement. And so
how
again,
many? We'd be here all day if we list them all out.
I know. And again, just to be clear, like the purpose of these demonstrations isn't to fully lift the skirt up and show everything we have, right? It's like
Steven.
Well, excuse me. Let me phrase that. Fully lift the jeans up, and no, I'm just kidding. But the idea is to get your guys' feedback before we further flesh these out and further develop the additional war types and the additional event types and everything that goes into making this type of a system compelling. Now's your opportunity to take a look at what we've done at a base level, at an alpha level, and say, yeah, I really like your goals and ideas about this, and this. And that validates for us this direction is accurate. And now we are going to continue to develop in that direction. Again, it feels maybe a bit foreign to have this approach from a development perspective. But the best way, in my opinion, to ensure that what we come out with on launch day is what players want is to take this course of development. And so with that being said, don't look at the presentation and say, this is going to be every war, this is going to be every event. Take a look at it and say, okay, I've now heard him talk about where they're going with this. That all sounds great.
or I would like it to change in this way, provide that feedback, and then Margaret and her team put together that in a nice, beautiful, buttoned up package and takes it straight to the developers. And then the developers get to use everything you guys have said and that their team has highlighted and say, you know what, that is a good freaking idea. Let's talk about that a little bit. Or no, that doesn't fit because of this, or this, and we punt that idea. Like that's generally the interaction.
Yeah, and you will see some of your feedback being put into action as you play through Node Wars in Alpha 2. Once we compile this and send it over, they're still going to be making changes to the system before you see it again.
And just to be clear, like several years ago, I mandated at the company that we record all of our meetings.
Mhm.
And so one thing that I think is going to be real
The
fun
docuseries
is
someday.
yes, after we launch the game and people are playing and whatnot, we can go back and do like in-depth docuseries on how did this particular feature come to life, and you can hear Margaret and her team talking about, well, this player, and she'll say the name, said this, and then Roshan will say this player said this, and you'll hear the dev team come back and say what they think about that, right? And I just think that's such a unique interaction
That is
that doesn't exist across the majority of teams, and it's a shame because it is such a strong interaction to have.
I have mentioned this before that maybe not on the live stream, but that it has been amazing working for a company that really respects community. I've been in community management for a really long time, giving feedback to developers, and often sometimes you're at companies where they don't appreciate that as much, or they're like, okay, cool, whatever. Or you look at who watched and looked at the reports and you can tell that no one read them or no one comes to the meetings to hear the feedback. So I think that for us, it's been pretty awesome having those people be really engaged and reading our reports and actually taking action and making changes based on things that we send. The next question here is from Neurotoxin, and they want to know about war occurrences. How often do you suspect node wars will occur between nodes across the server?
Welcome back, Mr. Pyro. Welcome
node
back.
wars, how often do I expect them to occur? Like for Alpha 2's purposes, probably pretty often, because the way we've delegated it to the commission system, I think
can't wait to play.
affords the mayor a bit more power than what some constraints in the reputation system will provide nodes for launch.
War
So
never changes,
I think
Steven.
in Alpha 2, we're likely
Mr.
going to see it a bit more
Pyro,
prevalent
you
than
gaming
what we
right
will
now,
see
or are
for
you
the
just
intended
hanging
version
out?
of it come launch, because it will be governed to some degree by a reputation score, which has a lot of different influences and factors kind of keeping those values up and down.
Okay. And then this is the penultimate question, then we have one more. From the Hippo, they want to know about war pugging. What types of benefits will there be for people acting as mercenaries for each side of the node war? Actually, you already answered this. There won't be mercenaries, right? That is what
There are
you had said
not
before.
mercenaries. There are mercenaries that are NPC mercenaries that will be available for node sieges and castle sieges, but not in node wars.
Okay, cool. So we'll move on to Cadex's question about node diplomacy. By what means can mayors conduct diplomacy with other mayors? Are there any tools that are available to them?
For Alpha 2 entrants, that diplomacy is going to be primarily had within chat. For updates during Alpha 2 and for launch, obviously, there will be a number of different powers mechanisms that include trade routes, trade agreements, certain cooperative.
They're not gonna give us any information right now. It's all gonna be June. We're not gonna get any information on Alpha 2
relics
until
that could be
June.
had, which kind
They're gonna
of
wait till the very last moment to give us a month,
keep
and the very last
relationship and
like a
reputation
month
score
before.
between those nodes at a level where war's not even possible. So
sweet.
That's the long term.
We'll share resources instead
All
of
the emotes.
beating you to ashes.
Absolutely, and again, just to come back to like, what is the core
They're not gonna
design
give us
philosophy
anything
and tenet
until-
behind conflict versus cooperation? Cooperation builds the world, right? And that's usually through PvE objectives.
And then conflict through PvP or PvX is what changes that paradigm. And so, that's kind of a relationship where when it becomes out of balance, you're going to see the world state be unique as a result of that. And different servers are going to have different achievements and situations as a result of that interaction between the players.
All right. And with that concludes the questions and answers. We answered a lot to the things today. Hopefully, you feel sustained. But of course, we do want your feedback. Head on over to Ashes of Creation or forums.
Misha,
tell us
thank you
your
so
thoughts
much again for the
on
raid.
all the things.
I
It doesn't
can't
even have
wait.
to be just this live stream, but we
When
do have a
this-
thread up for this live stream specifically. And we just want
When Alpha 2 launches, I'll be streaming
because
this
I know that
all
a lot
the time.
of people are going to ask this question now that they're knowing and seeing that PI have been actively testing with us. We are currently testing with PI. That's going to be our focus right now, but we do plan to expand that to our Alpha 1 users at some point, and when we do, we will notify you all via email. So just kind of keep an eye on that, and we'll make sure you're aware as we move forward.
And I would like to give a very specific shout out to PI. Because
I had that on my list next, but go for
oh,
it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No.
you go.
I don't
You
want to
do it.
usurp. I don't want to
No,
usurp.
go for
Okay,
it.
all right.
I don't want to
Yeah.
usurp.
I just wanted to say that testing isn't all fun and rosy, right? It can be exhausting. It can be frustrating. It can be a lot of no fun. And
a lot
I
of
think
no
for the
fun.
purposes,
It would be fun to be in
crashing
there
a
for
lot
us.
a lot of shit can hit the fan with regards to testing. Now we have our internal QA teams, right? And we test internally, but there's nothing quite as real as having actual players, actual gamers that are a part of the testing process. And, in certain capacities, we are not yet able, willing, or want to invite larger portions of the community to participate in that testing, right? That's what we're working towards.
What's up, Irish?
And so we must, and we have successfully, and much of this is attributed to just the quality of.
We're gonna have to wait till end of June to get an actual month. They're gonna wait till the very
built a
last
rapport
day
with those players where we can
good,
rely on a
You're good.
relationship with them. They're going to give us unbridled feedback.
You're
They're going to
good.
be real about the
You
feedback.
and everybody else.
They're going
It's
to be
good.
raw about their experience. And
Raw.
I think we went through 6 different play tests over the course of the last couple of months with PI around this
Oh
particular
yeah, I showed
feature,
on stream. I was reacting to
or
them.
these set of features. And they stuck in there. Sometimes it was, I think one time we had like an 8-hour straight day.
Not for these. We've mostly been doing like 3-hour segments.
Okay, so
the last one was longer. It was 6 hours.
Okay, got it.
But that was
so
our
we
recording
had
day.
We had a 6-hour day, right? Where they stuck through. So
it was a good
I
stream.
just want to say to the community, bravo to the quality of community that this project, this game has attracted. I think it is a testament to what sets MMOs apart from other genres is the connectivity, the
community,
elasticity that exists within these players, right? Those of you who are fundamentally interested and invested in the outcome of a game that you get to enjoy for hopefully years to come. And so they just hats off to PI. They did a phenomenal job. They stuck through it. And they afforded us an opportunity to really iterate on the game to improve the performance. And just want to give a big thanks to PI. We should get some hearts in chat for them.
Yeah.
They did a phenomenal job.
They
Oh, I accidentally paused the stream.
So you can definitely reach out to those folks and ask them what their thoughts are. I saw a bunch of them already sharing their thoughts in Discord. So if you do want to pop in Discord and hear their thoughts on things, they've already been sharing a bunch of their
I see Chibi promoting
experiences from those 6 spot tests that they were part of. So yeah. And with that, we also want to extend a thank you to all of you for sticking with us for this long stream.
No.
Long one. And I think that, those of you who have been with us for a long time progress we've made. That's the whole point of these, like Steven had mentioned earlier, is to share that progress. We want you to see it. I know it's a lot different than what you're used to. Many games do not share this early
Well,
on.
he's got
So
like
we
an
said,
eye issue.
everything's
He
work in
scratched his
progress.
eye, so
But we do
his
want to
eye
thank you
sensitive.
for joining us. And if it's not your bag of tea, if this is the first time you tune in, you're like, I don't want to wait a long time for a game. You know, we welcome you to step away too for your own sanity, because this is not going to be a game quite yet until we get closer to launch. And with that, we also want to thank our Zacks. We have both our wonderful performance and client side Zacks. We have Nathan, who is our producer. Thank you so much. He was phenomenal at trying to keep track of everything. It was a wild time. Me and him had some late nights together trying to make sure builds were ready to go for next days. Chris, for all of the work, and Kyle and Trad and Keenan, we super duper appreciate you all, and for all of the things that you've worked on. And then of course all the other folks that were not able to partake in the showcase,
Mr.
but we
Pyro,
have a
that's
lot of developers working very hard to make Ashes of Creation come to life.
Oh yeah,
and
Irish?
they are very much appreciated.
So I'm going to
And
show
of course,
gameplay
Steven.
after.
Even here with his eye in pain.
Oh my God, you have no idea.
Everyone keeps going like, why is he wearing sunglasses? Like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have a scratch on my right eye, and right now any light that I see is like incredibly painful. So I apologize for that. The sunglasses are helping.
This video will be up over on our YouTube channel. The showcase for just the Node War preview is already up. We'll be sharing that out with everybody, so you can go watch it, relive it, check it out. I'm sure the content creators are going to enjoy every moment of all of that content. And of course, we will have this full development update tomorrow, pending YouTube and Twitch want to cooperate with each other. And of course, when we upload that, if you would like to get your comment spotlighted in our next development update, make sure that you are subscribed publicly and leave a comment on the development update for May, and you may be selected for next month. And of course, we are on all of the things at Ashes of Creation. We post daily, sometimes multiple times a day. So we definitely try to share with you guys all things throughout the month for you to engage in and be part of. And sometimes it's stuff that you get to vote on and it changes in the game. Like if I for inventory or B for bag is your preference. One time we did that. So definitely keep an eye out on all of our social channels and join us on Discord and forums as well.
I kind of like
see
B
you all
though.
next month for another update where we'll be getting really tech heavy. So prepare your brains for that. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I knew they weren't gonna. Yo, guys. I knew for a fucking fact that they were not. I knew it, guys. I freaking knew it. I called it. Okay? The reason why I say I called it, I knew for a fact that they were not going to give a release date or a release month this stream. If they're going to wait till the very last month, because they got to. Steven is being very cautious. He's got a multi-million-dollar company he's got to run, and he's got to make sure all the stuff comes together properly before he's like, yep, we're releasing this month. So June is when they're releasing the month. They have to do it in June. That's the last possible month. They wouldn't give a month announcement like in quarter 3. That wouldn't make any sense. So it has to be at the end of June. They actually already had a live stream on the crafting. What'd you guys think of the live stream? That was good. That was good. That was the Node preview was great. So yes, Misha, this is a new MMO being made by Intrepid Studios, and they've been having this in production for a very long time. They've done multiple different iterations, and I found out about it about 3 years ago, and so I've been following it, and now I'm watching the live streams religiously. Where's Ashes? There it is. There's it. And so they just did their so it's actually if you look at their wiki, it's kind of crazy. So basically their wiki actually really kind of shows their life, like their overall everything, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. So they're making sure they get everything right, which is totally fine. You know, you only get one launch, you know what I mean? So they got to make sure it gets done properly. But Alpha 0 was in 2017. So, and then they had Alpha 1 in 2021. And then they had another BR mode. And then they were just, you know, Alpha 2 is, you know, right here. This is where we're at. So yeah. Yeah, so Viking. Yeah, so here's kind of the live stream. So yeah, it's so this is to get to the actual node portion.
Oh no.
So yeah, this is kind of where, you know, it's gonna be it's gonna be 700 kilometers. It is gonna be a subscription-based MMO, but man, it's just like they've done a lot for this game.
I don't know where the dragon went, but that sounds like a future.
It needs to be the last month for Alpha 2, but I think we could get I think if it's gonna be the last month, you mean in June? You think we're gonna get They would have announced it this month if we were gonna get our character creator. You mean July we're gonna get a character creator? So I think what they could do is release it in August or September and do the character creator in July.
There we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
So
okay, so
I thought this was good. I just felt like the dragon didn't do enough. Like the dragon flew very slow, and they did glide down, but I don't know.
Tab again.
Okay.
I think it was good overall.
And you'll notice
good overall live stream.
You'll see there's an active war, and we've earned some points.
It was
in
good.
This war. If you go to the top of that, yeah, right there.
We're gonna just kind of so here's my Ashes of Creation song I made. Dude, I can't wait. Hello, Misha. I'm gonna be on this game a ton. Do you play regular MMOs at all? Thank you again so much for that raid. That was really awesome. Neon's past battle. Adco. Oh yeah, we gotta see map. Fuck yes. There's not much on the map though. True. But I was gonna say, yeah, Misha, MMOs are life. Okay, MMOs are life. To me, at least. Yeah, so they've had quite the curve. I did play New World. Hey, come away from that. I did play New World. Yes. I played it near around launch, but this is gonna be, I don't know, like look at the scale. Oh no, I know. This one, I'm gonna have to play it for a month straight. 8 hours a day. Like have to. No. Hopefully I'm full-time streaming by then, no. Stars the night, and the celestial dance. Yeah, you're doing really well with Diablo 4. That's good though, because you're able to actually make end game progress on that game. So, you know, have you played anything recently besides Diablo or no? Let's get to the actual node portion. He's on the dragon here, and it's really cool. Oh, PoE. Yeah, I wanted to watch this in higher definition. They have it actually in 4K, so nice. Seeing it in 4K. Yeah, this was a little bit pixelated when he was streaming because of Twitch in general. But man, this is gonna be great. Dude, this is in 4K. Love it. Bringing Butte material to the war camp. All right, so I'm gonna listen to this here for a second.
Balance between PvE,
It looks way
PvP,
different
where
now.
we become this really PvX game, and so that's been an area of focus for us, is like making sure that these objectives are things
Green
people
flag.
want to interact with and then fight over.
This is a good little fight. Oh, I'm getting hit hard.
He says he's getting hit hard, and everybody's got way less health than he does. Remember that? This is gonna be great. Oh my god, it looks so much different with the higher graphics.
Oh, I see Dread, and he's down.
Dread died,
It's up
but
to
other
me.
times he fucking just kept wrecking on him.
It's the skill difference.
Skill difference. Anduin.
Focus fire, Anduin.
I like how they're like he's.
Ooh. Perfect. Let's move forward.
I also liked it when he used the mayoral ability.
Let's keep pushing. Go on, Neris.
That one is so sick that he
I
used
got
while they
rooted.
were over there at the actual sword.
There we go.
They were fighting. Yeah, they were fighting around the
Oh, there's
sword a lot.
Margaret.
Oh, get her.
She's on the dragon though.
Supposed to res you if you're not in the raid.
Wait, what?
No, I
Clapping
fell
your
out of
mom?
the raid. Oh man. Well.
Wait, what are you
sounds
talking
like a
about?
skill issue.
Looks like we're channeling.
This is crazy.
Oh, we dropped a channel?
So you can dive. He dives bombs with the. But then he does the mayor. When does he do the mayor? Oh, okay. I think over here. So, doing your mom.
Danger to activate these abilities because they themselves are such a high priority target.
What's weird is they're just sitting on the dragon the whole time.
Oh man.
Oh, that dragon's this.
How are we
Okay.
doing on the channel?
So
Not
he's
good.
he does it over
We
here.
keep
I'm pretty
getting
sure.
Pushed off of it, unfortunately.
There's Dread. Dread coming in.
I think like we need to try to organize everyone to move along the.
I think he
left
uses it
side and
here.
Try to push into them.
No. He's on the cooldown, I think.
Let's see if I can give us one more
Yep.
ability.
Oh. Oh, dude. When does he use it? He uses it here coming up. It's a really cool ability.
Here's some. Let's
Yeah,
try
here
to
it
push
is.
Together.
I love this ability. I love that. I love that.
Nice.
That's a mayoral ability. I love that.
I need some
shit
pocket
so
heals on
much.
Winstead.
That is so cool.
Don't do that.
That is sick. Look at Dread. Dread going in again. Dread's just going in,
Brad, stop
marking.
trying to kill our channelers. It's not nice.
It isn't nice. There we go.
I
Nice
didn't
use of the
rally
walls.
to me.
Was this a tea party? I was not informed.
Yo, Stickano, thank you so much for the follow.
So we're having a lot of deaths here. I'm sure people are
Thank you so much.
worried about like, what does
Thank
war
you.
being in a war mean when your rate of dying probably increases a
Stickano
lot
with the
more
rate
than
of
what you'd
8.
expect when
Thank
doing
you so
normal kind of
much,
like
sir.
PvE gameplay.
Yeah, so during sweet turn
Wrong
off
fucking
typical
soundbite.
death penalties, right? Like you're not gonna get res penalties, you're not gonna get XP debt, you're not gonna get durability damage. You will still drop the things you have in your inventory.
Rocket
though.
D91, thank you so much for the follow as well.
Or in
Another
your
raid.
material
Thank you,
inventory
thank you.
specifically.
We're doing good, man. Phantom, dude.
So obviously that's like
Phantom. You freaking lucky dog. You, Chibi, Vertec, everybody. You guys are all in there playing. Dude. Ooh. I'm fucking jelly, man. You guys are in there playing. I'm fucking Gank Nasty. Thank you so much for coming in as well. Guys, that was a good live stream. I am so pissed that I saw you guys in there and not me. I'm like... Yeah. Testing started off rough. Did it?
A big part of this game mode. As far as like the larger idea for material inventory, what was sort of the thinking behind that, or is that just sort of like a
Nasty, thank you so much for the
thing
follow.
to make sure that we're
The
using
Nina,
things?
the Pinta, the Santa Maria. I'll do
I mean,
you in
don't
the bottom
stuff
line.
your
please.
material inventory full of stuff before you go to war.
So how did it feel to be in Vera? How did it feel to be in Vera? Like how did it feel? I know you guys can't really say much, which sucks, but I'm like, fuck. How did it feel? How'd you feel? And how does that make you feel? I am a Pokemon fan. I definitely am. But guess what? I don't even play Pokemon. Because you know why? Because Pal World does it better. And that I'm sick and tired of turn-based combat. Except like retro, or not retro, but like Final Fantasy X, I will always do turn-based combat for that because that's good. But I want Pal World. No. I love Pokemon. I love Mewtwo, Gengar, Mew. You can see it. Like, I love Pokemon in general. But the thing is that I want Power World Pokemon. So I just want, But yeah, Stick, how was your stream? Pokemon. Oh, good.
It makes sense to me. When you're right, you're right. What can I say?
Dude.
Oh, okay.
I'm really.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
To be honest, I'm just really sad that I didn't find out about like Ashes earlier, because I would have totally been all in and would have been in there with you guys. I would have. I just didn't know about it. I didn't know about Ashes until it was way too late. Gank, Phantom, and then Raka, thank you so much for the follows. Stick, thank you so much again for the raid. I'm glad I was able to find you. I found you through really Pocket, so hell yeah. Can't wait for it. And then also thank you for the follow again. And then Misha, can we get another shout out from Misha? She rated me. She streams mainly Diablo 4. She's a great streamer as well. So definitely check her out.
Now we clean up.
That's a problem.
Oh, active combat Pokemon is what I
Victory
want.
in death. Winstead scum.
Dude, it's kind of the best showcase.
Oh my god, they've taken it back.
How are you guys going to take advantage of that luck bonus if you don't quite control the zone?
We won, Steven.
Thank you.
Did we win?
We win. You weren't
He
even
forgot.
paying attention.
That's what's funny. He didn't even know that they won.
How did we win?
Well, we finished
I love
channeling.
Steven. He's so funny.
It was my clutch heals ignoring the siren song of Justo endlessly asking for reses and focusing.
How long did you guys have to be on the testing servers, Phantom? Rally to me. I think it's over. It's right. Yeah.
Aside and try to push into them.
I think it's right here.
Let's see if I can give us one
Yep,
more
here it
ability.
is. This is so cool. Oh, no, yeah. It goes over and then it comes back. This part's so cool. It was 6 hours. Holy shit. Right here. So cool.
Let's try to push together.
That is such a cool freaking animation. That is so fucking cool.
I need some pocket heals on Winstead.
But also, you know what's also when they were showing the healer, the cleric, the res animation with the phoenix coming over the, oh my god, the res animation. So fucking sick. I love the res animation for when you res people. Oh man, it's so cool. How it just, the phoenix comes up. Downloaded FF14. It's a good game. Gank, I play that too. So guys, a little bit about me. I play WoW, I play FF14. I'm excited for Blue Protocol, Throne and Liberty, Dune Awakening, Ashes of Creation. I'm excited for like 5 to 6 different MMOs coming up. When Ashes releases though, I gotta just cave and just only play that. But I love MMOs. I love doing things together with
trying
people.
to kill our channelers. It's not nice.
It isn't nice. There we go. Nice use of the walls.
Was this a tea party? I was not
Tom,
informed.
it's way different.
So we're having a lot of deaths here. I'm sure people are worried about like, what does being in a war mean when your rate of dying probably increases a lot more than what you'd expect when doing
But yeah,
PvE gameplay.
Thank you guys
Yeah,
so much for the follows.
During sanctioned PvP
Phantom,
events, we turn off typical death penalties, right? Like
Phantom,
you're
are
not
you
gonna get,
streaming right now or no? Or
penalties,
are
you're
you
not
going to
gonna
be
get
streaming
XP
at all?
debt.
Because I'm
you're
not.
gonna
I
get
wasn't sure if you
durability
actually
damage.
streamed or
will
did you
still
do
drop the things
YouTube?
you have in your inventory, though.
I already got stick.
Or in your material inventory specifically.
Oh yeah.
So obviously that's like a big part of this game mode. As far as like the larger idea for material inventory, what was sort of the thinking behind
All right.
that? Or is that just sort of like a
I
convenient
think what's
thing
going to
make
happen
sure
here,
that
guys, is I'm
we're
actually.
using things? Oh, there
I
you
got a couple
I mean,
things to
don't
do
stuff
here real
your
quick.
Material inventory full of stuff.
So I think
before you
I'm
go to
actually also gonna work on raiding
Makes
out.
sense to me.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
work
when
on
you-
raiding
when you're
out
right, you're
because
right. What can I say?
you know, I'm just gonna get up, reset, because I'm doing community. I am. If you guys want to come back later, I'm doing community
Oh
night.
my goodness.
So
Oh.
I am doing community night tonight. So appreciate you guys with the raids, all the raids. But yes, I kind of have to go away from the computer now. It was a long stream, so it was definitely a long stream. So yeah, good to see you too, Phantom. Hell yeah, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and raid Lord Forged.
Get the playmaking up.
We're gonna go ahead and raid Lord Forged. Thank you guys. Well, I'm gonna be streaming again, Salty. I just want to go out, maybe go to the gym, come back. Oh, this was Chibi Bree. They were targeting Chibi Bree. I'm gonna go out, go to the gym, come back. Almost 4. Yeah, it is almost 4. Yeah, it was a long stream. Gotta pump some iron, dude. Gotta reset the brain. Also, look at my hair. My hair's all messed up. My damn headset. All right, so I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys again. Let's go ahead and raid Lore Forged and community night tonight, guys. So if you guys want a game. I can't see what was redeemed at the end there. Was that hydrate or something? Because I have restream up. Usually I have it over here too. All right, guys, have a good one. I will talk to you soon. Take care on YouTube. This was multi-streamed. Peace out, guys.